Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed.
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and namaste to you, my explorers. How are you all doing? It is me, Leslie Tanner. Yes, I'm not on the screen, but I am here spiritually, ready to dial in, ready to rock and roll, because tonight's a very special night. Tonight, we are not just exploring, we are infatuating. Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. It happens only about once a month, and remember, winner gets a tape, and winner of channel points gets a special little postcard from me, Leslie Tanner, tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. All right, not on screen, and that's what I prefer. I like that. This is honestly what I've been shooting for this entire time, making sure I'm not on the screen and making sure that I'm not on that part of the screen either. Like, this is pretty much exactly what I'm shooting for at any moment in time, and one moment, we're gonna see what the heck that was all about, because I ain't got no damn freaking clue exactly what's going on there. Oh, yeah, okay, so I think I understand. Let's go ahead and get this guy. It's because it's this new camera business. You know, new camera blues, as they say. New, or different camera blues, at the very least. I think there we go. There we go. Back to it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. How are you all doing? Namaste to you. Really wonderful to have you. Wonderful stuff. Exciting time tonight to be with one another. How is everybody? Truly, I truly want to dial in, because right now what we're getting into, as you can see, let's get the number off the screen real quick, because we're not going to be doing call-ins. But guys, special night tonight. So as you can see, it's a little bit before start time. We're here a little bit early. And what we're doing tonight is just a little bit of a hangout, just a little bit of a waiting room, a face-to-face sort of situation where you and I can meet, can kind of sort of congregate and get ready for the main event tonight. How does that sound, huh? Namaste, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing? Or behind, audio ahead of video, or the desync. All right, well, sounds good. Let's check it out. Video is ahead of audio. Let's pull it back a little bit. I'm guessing this much. Let's scope that out. Still ahead. Let's pull it back another couple tenths of a second. How is everybody doing, though? For real, let's check in. How is everybody? How? My early birds are here. I can see that. My normal early birds are here. I love the delay, says Steve Giggs. Steve Giggs, huge fan of the delay, and I wish I maybe we should do a whole stream where it's just completely delayed. Maybe it's so delayed that it goes backwards, right? That the video goes forwards and the audio goes backwards, and it sort of meets up in the middle towards of one word, right? Namaste, and then it just continues to drift apart. The beginning and the end, and the end and the beginning. I think that could be really fun, right? Sync is good now. Thanks so much, Space Cat. Namaste, Space Cat. How you doing tonight? Space Cat 3, how you doing? Delayed live stream. I think I got that structure on my head from that Cibo Mato video that Michelle Gondry did back in the day. You guys remember that? Sugar water? You guys remember the sugar water video? Anybody? Oh, Space Cat, you should see the video. You'd love it, probably. Is my guess. Artsobcom is this Heaven's Gate rerun. That's so funny. You know, I genuinely admire a lot of the work that they did. And I mean that we joke around here a lot. We do. We joke. I will admit that. Sometimes you could say we even joke around too much. But this is something I am not joking around about. I truly admire the Heaven's Gate community and what they accomplished the 70s through the 90s. We can get into the details, but overall, I'm on their side. I'm going to the mat for those that Also, they're all really ahead of the non-binary curve. By the way. Namaste, McNabb. I feel handsome as well. Namaste. Thanks so much for sharing that. Wow. Wow. You're getting extra points for McNabb. Oh my gosh. I actually emailed them about a couple months ago, seeing if they had any actual tapes left, but they don't. It's all on Vimeo. All the materials. Yeah, Space Cat. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. In my mind, it's like a classic video. And it was directed by Michelle Gondry, who I wish still made movies. I used to really enjoy his films. Namaste. You know, I would love that microphone. I would love that microphone. I would absolutely love that microphone. A microphone, or I'm thinking the earpiece. Microphone for infatuations, or the sort of earpiece, the sort of seminar earpiece with the mic that comes down. Artsobcom, namaste to you. Blessings and namaste. We've got a whole setup here. We've got all this old equipment that we're running this whole situation to. We have all the graphics and whatnot on one PC, run through converters over to the second PC, and the music is done between me and another a dear friend of mine and of the program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, by the way. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Old wireless pin-on 6 consoles, 4 computers, dude. You got a Dell? LOL. Yeah, yes, I have 2 Dells. I have a line of credit with Dell. That's the long and short of it. I don't have to have the cash on me and save up like some idiot. I get to just spend on credit. No, I was looking. I've been looking at a lot of because everything's falling apart over here. Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, Artsobcom. Namaste to you. How'd you find us? Is this your first time chiming in tonight? This is your first time joining us? It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a fun night. There are some old video switchers you can get cheap. Yeah, no, the stuff that I actually need is specifically nicer, more reliable analog digital converters and an upscaler. And I've got a list of some stuff, but it's going to take a second to sort of, get the money for it. It's just all my stuff that I've had for about a decade is like this one converter. We had a problem last night, had to start an hour late because my one analog to digital RCA to HDMI converter finally took a shit after 10 years. And I could get those cheap $15 ones off of Amazon, but that's really building, quite a bit on a swamp. Can we still reach you on your AOL lobby chat room? I wish. Does the AOL chat room still around? Is the AOL chat room still around? I haven't even tried in so long. I'm enjoying a nice Red Bull tonight, a nice sugar-free Red Bull, a watermelon flavor, and it's really. And this is if there was an ideal way to spend a Saturday night, it was doing exactly what I'm doing right now, sitting with you all you fine people, and enjoying a nice watermelon sugar-free Red Bull at nearly 8 p.m. Yeah, I'm getting naughty with it tonight. I'm being a bad boy tonight. I'm drinking caffeine way too late. Do you really want a camcorder? I might know of one. Yes. I mean, yes, and yes, forever. This has got all this. Right now I have to compromise and use a digital camera because I've got 3 camcorders that don't work in this room right now. Well, 2 that don't work, and then 1 that's got moisture on the inside of the lens and like mold, and it's fucking everything up. So I know, right? I know, right? If I can find it at the shop again, I'll try to get it for you. I see them in secondhand. Yeah, if you find anything like that, I'm always looking for stuff like that. I'm on a super shoestring budget, and so if I could just buy more and more cameras, I'd be going nuts. But I gotta save up. Red Bull has synthetic bull semen in it, bro. You would drink my semen? Would you drink my semen? Yes, I would. Oh man, we got to adjust those. Real quick affirmation for fellas: never, ever, ever let anyone. Hold on. Let's fix that. I'm gonna get you a male affirmation in just a moment. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get you squared away with a male affirmation. Worry not. Do not worry. I just need to take a step inside the. I gotta open the hood real quick. And to make some adjustments. There we go. Okay, that should do it. Let's get you a male affirmation, huh? Okay, here we go. Tomorrow is not your day either, and you should be used to that by now. But on some level, you're still going to complain, and that means that you are a pussy. And one more, 2 for 1 for the fellas tonight, because I'm feeling very generous. Feeling very generous. Never underestimate the value of gloves as a fashion accessory. Short, long sleeve pants or shorts, go ahead and put on some gloves. And that was for fellas. That was for men. I really do believe that should absolutely be a perfect thing to hear at this moment and any moment in your life. So namaste to you. Pimperknuckle, I really appreciate you. Hopefully that really delivered you to exactly where you need to be. Toxic Angel, sure. Let's do a freebie. Let's do a little freebie, guys. A little freebie. Let's get a freebie out for Toxic Angel. Welcome over Toxic Angel over at YouTube. Affirmation for ladies. Oh my gosh. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Look who's coming. Sometimes the ones for women are more difficult for me. Generally, as a man who enjoys being a man a great deal, your hands are the gift of tomorrow's. Yeah, it's not. Maybe tonight's not a woman night, huh? Maybe tonight's not a ladies' night. Maybe this is a man's night. Let's try the men again, just to double check that theory. Seaside scruff and juniper ash. The sense of men have experienced a renaissance and a golden age these past 4 years. Yeah, so this is a man's night tonight. This is not a ladies' night. Ladies' night, trash, not tonight. Men, the insight is free-flowing like a fountain tonight. I can't even help it. It's just coming down the railway like a loose, wild, train car. And I couldn't even stop it. Namaste. Namaste. Here we go. M. Robert Kopp getting a non-binary one. Let's get an affirmation for the days. Oof. You have probably most likely eaten more trash than any of your fully gendered compatriots. And that's a positive thing. That's a positive thing. Listen to me. That's a positive thing. I used to eat solely out of the trash for years. Just as an act of empathy with your people. A little bit of a Jazz Express kicked off by M. Robert Kopp. M. Robert Kopp, thanks so much. Really appreciate you getting us started off on the right foot. Let's set a little jazz, set the mood for infatuations tonight, everybody. Namaste. Guys, it's Infatuations with Leslie Tanner tonight. In just a few moments, we're going to be kicking off into the internet's only competitive dating game show. Not designed to help you find love, but to help you find out whether you deserve it in the goddamn first place. That's right. In just a few moments, we'll see explorers just like you. Anyone from chat can join in, guys, and I recommend it. I recommend that you throw your hat in the ring tonight. Head-to-head in a simulated 3-minute date on screen. Lord knows it's going to be amazing. Lord knows it's going to be fun. Lord knows we're all going to see some truly amazing feats emotionally, physically, and spiritually on screen tonight. Head-to-head, and I will then pop in at the end of the day. We'll do a quick little breakdown, and I will determine the winner who proceeds on to the next round. That's right. I will push that person, the winner, on over to the next round, and the winner will continue from round to round to round. Now, whoever finishes tonight with the most W's, consecutive or non-consecutive W's, that is if you jump back in after a loss, whoever comes up with the most W's is walking out of here with a real-life, official, signed Explorations VHS tape. That's right. And if you think I'm joking, if you think in this program, the most powerful personal power program in the country is a joke, and I'm just blowing smoke with this business about a VHS tape, what's that? Tell me what that is. What does that say? It says the beauty of nature. And it's got a picture of beautiful nature. Underneath it, it says a meditation on the beauty of nature. Who's on the back of the tape? Me. Who makes these tapes? Me. Who duplicates it and made this cover? Me did. Namaste. This is the real deal, guys. I want to send you a tape, but I need you to show me a little something. I need to show me what you're made of tonight. Namaste, guys. Namaste. If you agree to just do me the favor of having a little bit of fun here, on Explorations as we get ready to infatuate in just a little bit. The link's in the Discord right now. Go ahead, click that link. It'll take you over to our green room where we'll get you situated and squared away. Situated and squared away. We'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
Wish this would stop.
Yes. Namaste to you and blessings to you. My dick turned black about 10 days ago. You are the creator. Thanks so much for chiming in with that. Really appreciate that. Now, that's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy seeing. As alarming as it can be to most people, I, Leslie Tanner, understand. I understand more than you could possibly understand. And part of that is understanding why that dick might turn black. Namaste. Not Mish, is that still an option if I have a VHS? Wait, what did Not Mish say? You have to put the tape in your butt if you don't have a VCR. Oh, I see. So you're asking if you could put a whole VHS tape. So we're talking about, I send you this tape, right? We take it out of its cover. Beautiful, the beauty of nature, right? And we're taking that thing and putting it in our ass. Spine label, face label, and we're putting it in the ass. So guys, just to give you another heads up tonight, what we're doing right now is we're just settling in. We're getting excited. We're letting people come in. It is Infatuations night. I see the names popping up. I see the chat blasting off. Tonight is Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. It is. You've seen it a couple times before. I know most of you have. But if you haven't, if you're wondering that whether you might want to get involved tonight and compete, throw your hat in the ring, it's a lot of fun. You'll see it on the screen in just a couple moments, and I'll be surprised if you don't want to jump right in. And literally any of you could jump up. We do have a couple of reserved spots for tonight. A couple people that knew they were going to be competing, and some formidable names that we've seen in past competitions. I don't want to spoil anything. Real quick communal vision from Nobody Radio Underhill. I bought you an ADC and sent it to the P.O. box. Now you have a backup. At least. I bought you an ADC, brother. Very, very, very generous of you. Very generous of you. Underhill, namaste. Lao Wolf, welcome. Welcome, Lao Wolf, to Explorations with Leslie Tanner on a very special night. I could have swore you were already a follower, Lao Wolf. Are you playing games with me? Are you doing that follow, unfollow game? I've been around the block too many times to not know exactly what you're doing. I see you. I see you. You're not seeking by me with that kind of stuff. Namaste to you either way, though. Really appreciate your presence here tonight. Namaste. MSG, you son of a bitch. Yeah, MSGT, you son of a bitch. Dude, you're doing it now. You're doing it now. Namaste to you, though. I really appreciate everybody being here on such a beautiful and important and special night. On a Saturday evening, we explore a little bit as we are right now. In just a moment, we're going to be going live with an Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. We've already got some people lodged up, locked up, ready to rock and roll. I've seen some of these names, and some of these names maybe you haven't seen, though. That's what excites me. That's what titillates me. That's what gets me going. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, is, you know, when I come up here, and some of the regular explorers will tell you that I personally, well, Sir Ass Juice 5000, namaste. Really gorgeous name. Thank you so much for joining us here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you and blessings. Now, as I was saying just a moment ago, let me continue. I must continue. Let me continue. What I was saying just a second ago is that we're right now. What we're doing is we're waiting. We're waiting just a little bit for the word to get out, people to file in. Namaste. I'm getting word that we're ready. We're ready to do Infatuations with Leslie Tanner, the internet's only competitive dating game show on earth. There is not another one that like this one. Go ahead, try to find it. You won't fucking find it. You will not find it. You won't find it. It's only here. Only here will you find that lively energy, that spiritual clarity, that fun but also work, that play but also putting that nose to the grindstone and make sure that we all get something out of this, all right? If any one of us want to go find any number of streams to go whack off their soft little cocks into the wind, guess what? It's called a search engine on twitch.tv. 99% of the goddamn streams you're going to find are exactly that. But a very few offer exactly what this is. And I will say that I'll put it on the line. Oh, you're only going to find what you find here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, especially on a night like tonight where we are infatuating. We've got some beautiful contestants lined up. Namaste. Wow. Oh, we're coming at, are you in Brazil? Are you in Brazil? Christopher, are you in Brazil? Are we coming at Explorations from Brazil? Oh my gosh. You know, I used to have this neck thing because I played the tuba, and my neck would inflate when there was a lot of pressure. My neck would kind of puff out a little bit. I've been a regular explorer for a couple months now, Toxic Angel. Yeah, that's right. Of course you have. You know, sometimes when I get settled in, it's like I'm sort of ascending out of the abyss, out of a fugue state, and you know, reality sort of just falls in place without any reason, without any apparent motivation for myself. Names go from unrecognizable to recognizable. Faces I've spent my whole life with go from stranger to family, stranger to friend, and it's just how my mind works as such an elevated experience, as such a prescient tool. Namaste. Blessings and namaste. Tuba and sousaphone. I have a sousaphone, but I do not have a tuba anymore. I sold the tuba. The tuba was nice, and I needed. It didn't make any sense for me to have it, and I needed to get rid of that thing. It was a Miraphone. A Miraphone. $12.95, I think. I don't know. That was a long time ago. Namaste to you. We're coming to X Christopher. Coming to a namaste to you, X Christopher. Wow. Hola to X Christopher. We're all over the place. I've got a sousaphone. It's one of those old fiberglass sousaphones. I love it. I absolutely love it. Indispensable. My temporary roommate, not Mish, don't get us started about the sousaphone. You know, she'll be talking to your ear off. She loves it too. I put that thing on, and I sort of just start expressing myself. Really just universally expressing myself. We're doing Infatuations with Leslie Tanner tonight. Namaste to each and every single one of you. It's wonderful to be with you guys. Again, we've got a couple of our first contestants lined up. But you love the sound of it. It takes up space, but it's worth it. You love the sound of it, and it's worth it. It's worth it to have around. Namaste. Don't. She likes to come off as this like kind of cool, this kind of cool who gives a shit kind of chick, and and you know, who doesn't like anything, everything sucks except for my cute little teddy bears. That's the kind of vibe she likes. Don't let her fool you for a second. She absolutely loves the sousaphone. She loves the melodies. She's got a thing for just single instrument melodicism. And don't let her tell you otherwise. Do not let her tell you otherwise. Now, guys, okay, so listen, we've done enough of the Holly button around. I think we're ready to get started. So, guys, namaste. Once again, I'll just kind of explain real quick before we blast off with our first two contestants. So what we are about to see is Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. We do this about once a month when I can get things together and remind myself to promote it and whatnot. But about once a month, we take a break from our normal call-in program. And we have a little bit of fun with it, with a competitive dating game show. So I'm going to hit go. I'll pop onto the screen, welcome you to the game show, and we will say hello to our first two contestants of the night. I'll have a brief conversation with each of them, some background info and their motivation for popping on into Infatuations. Then what we will do is we will enter a very special step called the prediction round. Once we enter the prediction round, each of you, based on the brief conversation I had with them prior, you will be able to wager your hard-earned channel points on who you believe will exit as a victor from the simulated date. You'll have about a minute to hear what they have to say, put your channel points on the line. So after that, we'll exit, we'll say what we call the infatuator's prayer, then we will enter the date. 3 uninterrupted minutes of all of us watching those two interact rawly, vulnerably, seeing who is better at being on a date, who was better listener, who was better at sharing something vulnerable about themselves, who was able to just not act deeply mentally ill for 3 fucking minutes. And then after the date, we'll come out, debrief, and then we'll enter the judgment round, where I will make my judgment. Who was better at the date? Once we crown the victor, we will send them to the next round, send the loser packing, and then on to the next round, where we repeat the situation. So, guys, if it's confusing, just watch it a round or two, get a feel for it. It's going to be really fun. You're going to have, even if you can feel it on the tip of your tongue, ooh, I might want to get involved tonight. I might want to jump in tonight. All you got to do is click that link. That link will take you over to our green room, where a moderator will just give you exactly the information you need to know to excel and perform to the best of your ability. But if you know right away, maybe that performance part isn't for me. Maybe I want to play with the channel points. Well, get ready, because you're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. That I can guarantee. A lot of fun for everybody that's lucky enough to be here tonight. So what do you say we get started, huh? What do you say we launch on off into Infatuations with Leslie Tanner? Beautiful Saturday night. Hopefully you guys got yourselves a beverage. Let's do it. Namaste, everybody. Let's get started.
Oh, there's Leslie Tanner.
They can't hear you. Not yet. But in a moment they will. Get off my screen. Get that the fuck off my screen. Beautiful. I love that. Nice, smooth start. Everybody, welcome to Infatuations with Leslie Tanner, the internet's only competitive dating game show, not designed to help you find love, but to help you find out whether you even deserve it in the first place. You know, in this soft, godless world, we are often fed, spoon-fed, the sort of Candyland fairy tales that we all deserve love, that there's someone out there for everyone. And those of us that have any real-life adult experience and can stand to look at ourselves in the mirror for more than half of a second know that that is not true. We know that it is very possible to live your whole life alone and to die alone. And what we are doing here is honoring that truth, honoring that fact, honoring the depth of loneliness experienced by many in the chat right now. And by doing so, welcome MXBBA, namaste to you and welcome, namaste. We're getting just started with infatuations tonight. Now, what we're doing here is honoring that fact that you can and possibly will die alone, and there is simply not a single universal law or edict that could govern the direction of that trajectory for you. So what we are doing here is helping you see whether you deserve love, whether you are cut out for it. Yes, it is in part largely a skill issue. All right, as you will see on the screen, some of us are better at being on dates and some of us are simply not good enough to be on dates. You're going to see very quickly, and here we are to clarify that, help you understand what your skills and weaknesses are, and also have a little bit of fun. The winner will move on round to round, and whoever walks out of here with the most wins gets an official Explorations VHS tape from me, Leslie Tanner. That's right, full of exploration materials. Can't wait to get that to you. Namaste. Now, guys, as I said, I gave you the rundown just a little bit ago, but let's go ahead and get started, huh? In a moment, we'll meet our contestants, enter the prediction round, and then get into that simulated date, the main event, what we're all here to see. Namaste. So, guys, over here, are we excited? Are we excited, chat? Are we excited to meet our first two contestants the other night? Who's excited? Let me see you. Let me hear you, huh? Let me see some emotes in chat. Namaste. Well, guys, I want to take this second and bring on screen two committed explorers. You've seen them in chat. You may have seen them in various extents on phone calls and on video in prior infatuations, or at least one of them. I think the other one's having a pop of a cherry, so to speak. Namaste. Well, guys, without further ado, I am extremely excited to invite onto the screen these first two contestants. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and make sure that, hold on one second. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh brother. Oh geez. Oh goodness. Oh brother, hold on. We're gonna fix this up. We're gonna fix this right up. Okay, contestant 2 that doesn't have the video on, are you gonna turn your video on?
Yeah.
One moment. Oh boy. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful. Okay, give me, actually, I need to just double check one thing on my end, make sure I'm squared away, because I got to make sure I can both hear and see you guys. Right now, my stuff's all messed up. And I got to fix it. Oh my God, there it is. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, contestants, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right, guys, for real this time, without further ado, join me in welcoming our first two contestants of the night. Wow, what a pair. What a pair. Well, listen, already we're seeing two characters on the screen, two people with something to say, strong personality, strong point of view. Let's go ahead and start with go in numerical order. Player number 1, go ahead and tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Big Dunk. I am the cousin of said Duncan that is in your program. I've seen him watch your show a couple of times, and frankly, not impressed. I think if I was your big brother, I would probably give you noogies every day. I am a relationship expert, a sex expert, an expert, and I run a website called dongcoach.com, and I'm basically here to advertise my website. Let's just put it on the table.
Okay, so, well, let's get more into that a little bit later tonight. Dongcoach.com. So you're here to promote a website. You coach. What exactly do you coach? What does that mean, a dong coach? What does that mean?
Look, women are unsatisfied, men are unsatisfied with the way dongs are used. So I'm here to teach people how to use dongs better. how to enhance their relationship via their dong, how to gain power from their dong, anything dong related. That's what I do. That's my expertise.
Interesting. Okay, so you're just, if it relates to the dong, you swoop in and you're the guide, right? You're sort of a guru in and of yourself, huh?
I wouldn't. I'm more of a sensei, but you can keep the name guru.
Japanese.
I won't fight you on that one.
Beautiful country. Can't blame you for preferring that word, guru. Yeah, it's got guru's got sort of a connotation to it, but sensei's clean, right? Right. Don't worry about that leaderboard. We're going to update that in just a moment. That's not accurate at all. Now, you know what? We've heard enough from you. Duncan's cousin, thanks so much. Just a second. Just heads up.
Stop talking about Target.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. We're getting settled back in. I got a blue screen and an automatic restart. No fucking idea. Be back in a moment. Thank you all. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Thank you all for chat while the computers explode. I think we maybe...
I'm doing science.
All right. We are going to be so close. We're so close. So close. All right, I think we might be ready. I'm trying to think of what else I could possibly fuck up real quick, get it out of the way. Just kind of maybe throw my computer out of a fucking moving car or... alrighty. There's that. I think we're almost there. Okay. Okie dokie. I think we're nearly there. Okay. Holy shit. Yep. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're back. How's the sync? Is the sync okay? Sync
Yeah,
good.
looks good.
Okay, cool. Right on. Thanks. All right, guys, back to it. Let's pull those contestants back on the screen and keep this party rolling. All right, like we were saying, so we got to speak to Donkin's cousin, Big Donk, the Dong coach, coaching anything revolving or related to the dong, meaning the penis, trying to meet everyone's holistic sexual needs, and but also, you know, he's got to kind of this rough bully kind of energy, this kind of rough bully energy that I'll bet he likes to choke. I'll bet you a choker.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, namaste. Well, guys, that's it. You know, we've heard a little bit from our player. Well, let's go ahead, move from Big Donks on over to player 2, a sort of mysterious figure. Oh my goodness gracious, there she is. How about a round of applause for player 2? Player 2, go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mary Lou, and you may know me in chat as Lil Miss Whatever. Hello. I've been a part of... How are you, Leslie? It's good to see you.
It's fantastic to see you too, Mary Lou. Good to see you. Good to see you throwing your hat in the ring. You know, I think it's been long enough. You know, you've been biding your time, waiting to jump in, looking for that right time. I think you're right. Tonight is the night.
Yes. Well, here I am, and I think that, yeah, it's been interesting to watch the program get so big, so many thousands of people. Congratulations.
Right. I know, it's really inspiring stuff. Really shows you that how many throngs, how many thousands of people are out there that are looking for a change, looking for a transformation in their life, but just looking for a way to actually do it, looking for a system that actually works. And if it works, it works. Now,
and if you do it wrong, you die.
And if you do it wrong, you die.
And that's what killed my first husband.
Interesting.
Thank you.
So how many times have you been married?
7. This is my 7th husband.
Okay.
He is my favorite so far. But I'm always on the lookout for number 8. Because
oh, fellas, look out. Look out. She's on the prowl looking for male souls. You know, speaking of which, maybe found somebody in, I see a communal vision from Pepper and Sheeny saying, more like Mary Pooh, haha, owned.
I like that. More like Mary Pooh.
More like
Interesting.
Mary Pooh. More like Mary Pooh. Well, listen, as I said before, guys, these are our two contestants, our first two contestants of the night, lined up, squared away. We heard a little bit about them. And now, since this is the first round, I'll explain. We're about to head into the prediction round. So in a moment, you'll see something pop up on the chat. YouTube, come on over to Twitch just for a night. YouTube, come on over to Twitch just for a night, or just talk shit from YouTube like you guys do. But over the chat, you'll see an option. Who do you think's going to walk out of this with the W? It's not going to be both. It's going to be one or the other. Player 1, Big Dunk. Player 2, Mary Lou, aka Mary Pooh, like somebody said just a second ago. Well, who do you think's got what it takes to win? And here we go. Let's predict. So let's start with you, Big Dunk. Why should we be putting our money on you tonight?
If you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever wanted to be someone better than you are, basically all like the little pieces of shit in your program, I'm the guy that'll help you meet all your wildest sexual fantasies and your dreams. Yeah, I'm gonna bag this vixen. That's all I'll say.
Namaste. Beautiful. Thanks, Big Dunk. Let's go to you, Mary Lou. Why should we be putting our hard-earned channel points on you tonight?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Well, you know, maybe you shouldn't, actually, now that I think about it. Probably you should put your points on Duncan. That's what I think.
Why do you think that?
Well, he's so handsome. And I really like his glasses. I love a man in glasses, but you know that, don't you, Leslie?
You can't score any extra points that way. This is a pretty brutal game, Mary Lou. Good luck with that, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it where I could get it, and I appreciate you sharing that with me. Blessings and namaste to you. Now, guys, so the results of that prediction were pretty close, but honestly, who came out on top? It was Mary Lou. Mary Lou is the favored explorer to come out of this. So who knows how it's going to go, but it was close. It was close indeed. So guys, what do you say we say that infatuator's prayer, that famous infatuator's prayer, and move on to the date? You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Hold on, I have to wait for it to come up on my thing.
Infatuator's prayer.
Okay.
You can also see it on Discord. I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me. As I gaze upon my lover, I wish to slaughter their mind and body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies either. Love into fear, fear into hatred, hatred into lust, lust into need. That which delivers me, destroys me. That which destroys me, delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless. Until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence.
Until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence.
All right, guys. It's the date. We have started. Have some fun out there.
So, Big Dunk, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well.
You look fantastic. I really like your headphones. What kind are those?
Xbox. I'm also a part-time DJ. These are Xbox.
Oh, that's so
headphones.
cool. What kind of shows do you do?
Internet shows on different websites, different campsites. I was in Ibiza. I just got back 2 days ago. I'm still having trouble washing some of the party out of my beard.
Your beard looks great. I didn't even think you'd done anything to it. That's natural, isn't it?
It's not natural. Some girl sat on my face in an after party, and this is what happened the next day. I don't know what she's been drinking or eating.
Beautiful.
You know, I don't know what kind of sweat was coming out her pores, but it left a stain.
Yeah, it looks good though. I think you should keep it like that forever.
Listen, tell me more about yourself. You talk about dead husbands and whatnot. If I was your next husband, how would you kill me? You know, metaphorically speaking.
I've never killed anybody. I mean, it's unfortunate that my husbands have died, but it's just one of those things. I've accepted it as just kind of a fact of my life. And you know, I miss them, and I'll miss this one too.
What did the last one do wrong? What could your next partner do better so that they don't accidentally perish?
Well, gosh, I don't know. See, it doesn't have anything to do with me. So, what I like to do is I like to make things and I like to create art. I like to bring beauty into the world. I have this beautiful fan, as you can
Okay.
see, which I love very much. I think it's nice because I often get a little warm, and it's nice to be able to create your own little breeze. You know what I mean? Let's see what else. I love animals. I love them so much. I would say I like animals more than I like people, but I like people just fine. It's just unfortunate that they all seem to just like die.
Mary Lou, look, if you was to sit on my face, what color would you leave on my beard for the next day?
Oh gosh. I mean, I hate to say it, but probably red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've already had red, so I appreciate your time.
Well, I like to wear lipstick on all
I'm
of
not
my
even
lips.
listening to what you're saying at this point, but I'll pretend I will for 10 seconds. Go on.
Well,
What you got going on?
And that's the date. That is the date. Guys, let's make some noise for our contestants. Let's get some
it's a little
emotes.
hurtful.
Red.
Wow.
I already had red.
Wow.
Look, I had red, yellow.
Okay.
green, blue.
That's the date.
Oh,
That's the date. We did the date. Okay, we did it. Now, listen, I appreciate it. It's like separating two boxers at the end of the match. They just can't get enough of the battle, can't get enough of the fight. Got to get back in your corner. Now, let's go ahead and debrief a little bit. Big Dong, how did that feel out there to you?
it has its highs and lows. As a professional dating expert, I expected somebody that is responsible for the deaths of all her husbands to really not hold anything back. And I feel like maybe Mary Lou was holding a little bit back.
Okay, interesting. So maybe holding a little bit back, and you felt like you were looking for something to wrestle with, and it just wasn't there.
I'm looking for a woman to try to murder me. Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I would argue maybe that you failed to read between the lines a little bit. She's saying all this like very pleasant stuff, and she's on her 8th husband. So that's like a X plus what equals Z. That what is I murder my husbands.
That's where I went right away. I was just,
Well, I know, but
what can you do?
in order to, you can't just walk up to, let's make it even simpler. If you walk up to a woman and you say, I want to have sex with you, what are they going to most likely say?
No.
Exactly. Right? You got to play the game. You got to read the subtext. You got to get, there are other ways to get there. And if you want to get murdered by someone like this, high chance, you're seeing it, but then you came at it like a kind of Lennied it, right? You grabbed it, you were excited, then you just fucking strangled it to death.
It's what it is, Guru.
All right, well, it's not. I mean, I'm trying to fucking help you right now.
I don't need any help.
Yeah, you do. Why are you here?
I'm here to get laid. I'm here to bust some chops. I'm here to advertise my site. I'm here to make some butts wet.
All right then. Well, let's go ahead and go to player 2. Mary Lou, how did that feel for you out there?
Pretty good. I had a really good time. I'm a little confused because at first he sounded really sweet and wonderful, and then it sounded like he might be from New York, but I didn't really get that in the beginning. So I don't know if he's honest, and I simply cannot be with someone who's not honest. It's very important to me.
Wow. Okay, so strong strategy, keeping it normal, saying normal stuff. Let's see how it works out.
Sorry, I have New Jersey energy. I don't have Long Island energy like you. My apologies.
Wow. Okay, well, listen. I've heard we have a couple questions from the chat that were posed during your date. I'm going to go through with each of you. Let's start with player 1. Question from Pepperoncini. Do you have a soul or are you AI generated?
Both of us, her, me. What do
Player
you want?
one. You, Big
sorry.
Dunk.
No. I am real. My opponent might be AI generated. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
So maybe you, but not her, or wait. She's gorgeous because
No, not me. Not. I'm an original. There's only one of me out there. You're never gonna find 3.5 inches quite like me. But a computer might make her because a computer you can't see imperfection. So.
Wow. Now, see, where was this during the date? You kind of came out all barbs. Let's go ahead and go to you. Player two, Pepperoncini asks, Mary Lou, do you have a soul or are you AI generated?
Well, it's hard to say, probably neither. I'm pretty sure I'm a real person. And as far as souls are concerned, I think that the only beings with souls are dogs and cats because they're so precious and furry.
Right on. Okay. So let's go ahead and keep going down the questions. Pipperknuckle, let's start with you, Mary Lou. Pipperknuckle asks, what are the contestants' astrological signs?
I'm a Taurus. My birthday is soon.
Really? Happy early birthday.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Of course. And how about you, Big Dunk? What astrological sign are we messing with over there?
I don't do a lot of that stuff, but from what I understand, I've been told the second knuckle. You can go all the way through to the second knuckle on me. Whatever sign that is.
Okay, not sure. Nindy knew with a
Pisces.
Question.
Pisces.
Big Dunk. Oh, it's Pisces. All right. Well, good to know. Pisces. We're leaving Pisces right now, right, or something? Or we did?
Ooh, he's got a Slim Jim.
Nindinu asks, you guys remember when Owen Hart died tragically on May 23rd, 1999 during the live pay-per-view event in Kansas City, Missouri? He was performing a stunt when he fell approximately 78 feet, 24 meters, and landed chest first on the top rope near a turnbuckle.
I do, yeah.
Wow.
Data Pagan with a subscription. Namaste to you. Thank you so much, Data. Very generous of you. Blessings and namaste.
I hope that he had an insurance policy, for his wife.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine he was insured. Lots of money. So listen, I've heard what I need to hear. That was all the questions posed, guys. Again, if you can see on the menu over here, if you want to pose a question during the date, you may do so. Also, guys, a quick note about the override. You'll see how it works if you're unfamiliar, but basically, you'll have till the winner and loser are announced and the screen comes back to me. There's a bit of a delay, and I've delayed the awarding of channel points to give you guys maximal space to override. So you guys have till the end of the winner and loser screens to override and throw the decision of the meet to the chat to decide. Just letting you know. If that doesn't make sense, it will in a moment. Namaste. So listen, I've got what I needed. Let's go ahead and go to the judgment round. Now, at first, this was pretty evenly matched. We saw Big Dunk on screen, keeping it normal, keeping it direct, playing that sort of, let's get him interested, but let's not go too far. This is a first date. Let's respect some boundaries and organically grow closer. And I saw the same thing coming over from Mary Lou. However, about halfway through, the styles diverged. Need to go back. Namaste to you. Blessings. Appreciate that. Namaste for the sub. Need to go back. Blessings. Gorgeous. Not need to go back. Gorgeous. No. About halfway through is when we saw the styles diverge. It was when we saw Big Dunk pull back. Now, sometimes this can be the move. Sometimes, pulling back, withdrawing interest, and sometimes even negging a little bit can really work in your favor. And however, though, we did not see that the same style coming from Mary Lou. What we saw coming from Mary Lou is very one foot in front of the other, sticking close to the chest, saying very kind of shallow, menial things, and smiling and being pleasant and just making sure that we make a positive, normal impression. And ultimately, that's what won her this round. We saw Mary Lou extinguish the flame of Big Dunk here in the first round simply by being normal. Big Dunk, listen, I liked the style of being a big dickhead, and maybe that can pay off given the correct circumstances. However, that is not what I saw tonight. What I saw tonight is someone pretending to be normal and honestly taking the W home because they were able to do so. So real quick, congratulations to player number 2, Mary Lou.
Thanks.
Absolutely. How does it feel to be a winner?
It feels warm. Very warm. It's Duncan.
All right,
He's
and
so
then Big
handsome.
Dunk lost, huh? How's that feel? Big Dunk, big loser.
Whenever you talk, all I think about is giving you noogies.
I'd like to see you come try.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you
find
come
out one
fucking
day.
try. Namaste. Well, guys,
find out one
welcome back. So listen, a beautiful first round, some really interesting styles. Again, we've seen the negative style work. We've seen the mentally ill style work before. However, if you're going toe-to-toe with somebody that can act normal for 3 minutes, you can pretty much pack your lunch and head out the back door because that's it. Get a little doggy bag for the day, and that is it. Namaste. So let's go ahead and look. Well, I got to pull up the leaderboard again, I think. Oh, God. Everything, please don't crash.
Shit.
Please don't crash. I got to pull up the leaderboard. One moment. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead and there we go. Here we go. Taking a look at the leaderboard. Why don't we go to the summary? There we go. So, guys, OM Godspeed putting 30,000 down, walking out with 51. Pimperknuckle putting 5,000 down, walking out with 8.9. Pirogue University 3.7 and 6.4. Nindy New barely breaking 1,000. Kind of pathetic. MDPC 450 and 770. Artsop.com 310 and 530. Good job, by the way. I know you're not working with very many, so blessings to you. Disneyland Pimp 234 and 400. TV Party 220, 376. Jones Spoon 70 and 120. Namaste. Wow, so beautiful first round. Beautiful first round. Let's see who we got lined up. Big Dunk, ate shit. No more for Big Dunk. What we do have is another contestant lined up. So, guys, before I bring up our new contestant, you can be on the screen tonight. And again, we are sending a free VHS tape, an official signed Explorations VHS tape from me, Leslie Tanner. This is going to be a beautiful, worth quite a bit, and also an essential tool in your journey to the next level that we speak about so frequently during the call-in show. So, guys, if you want to join in, go ahead and type infatuate or watch by as the link comes into the chat every so often. Click that link. A model will give you the rundown of exactly what you're getting into. I want to send you a tape, and I want to send you a postcard. Namaste. So let's get this next son of a bitch in here, huh? Let's get this next son of a bitch. Okay, next contestant, go ahead and turn your camera on, and let's get you started. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Loving this. Really enjoying that. Now, let's go, guys. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming... our next contestant of the evening, in addition to our first victor, Mary Lou. All right. All right. So here we go. So player one, we know who we're dealing with. Let's go ahead and inquire on player two, though. Different kind of situation than Big Dunk. Player two, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm OV.
OV, where are you beaming to us from, OV?
The local bog.
The local bog, he says. I love that. So I gotta say, my first impression is scary, strong move, bold move. Tell me what's going on with what we're looking at on the screen right now.
It's just what I look like.
What?
It's just what I look like.
It's just what you're about. And then, so OV, what are you about? In addition to looking scary, what are you about?
I have several hobbies, some of which I'll share with you tonight, I'm sure.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, OV. Really appreciate that. Now, player one, Mary Lou, this is a different kind of contestant. How you feeling going into this round?
Curious.
Right, you mentioned you were goth last round, that you've been goth for a long time.
Yeah, I like him.
Is this kind of stuff right in your zone?
He's not my type, but I'm here for it. Yeah, this is nice.
Interesting.
What's your name again? OV?
Yeah.
All right, we'll save it for
What
the
does
day,
it stand
guys.
for?
Save it for the day. Save it for the day. Guys, we've heard what we needed here. Let's enter the prediction round where you could choose who you think is going to walk out of here the victor. Now, let's start with you, Mary Lou. Why do you think you're walking out of here? Why do you think you're going to vanquish OV tonight?
I don't know that I'm gonna vanquish anybody. I'm actually surprised to be here still, and grateful for everything that life has given me so far, thanks to the program and you, Leslie.
Wonderful. You're not getting any extra points with that kind of stuff. But OV, why should we be betting on you? Why do you think you've got what it takes to walk out of here with the win?
I don't know. It's inevitable. I didn't choose this. This just sort of is going to happen.
A little soft, if you could speak a little louder.
I'm sorry. I said I'm not. I didn't choose this. It's just going to happen, and I'll have to deal with that.
Okay, well, that does it for our prediction round, and overwhelmingly, the chat has chosen Mary Lou as their champion before the day has started. So the chat has made their voice clear. I'm still eager to just see how this date's going to play out. But listen, what do you say we stop messing around and get into this date? You want to say a little prayer?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Infatuator's prayer.
Okay.
I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me.
The other,
As I gaze upon my lover, I wish to slaughter their mind and body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies evil.
As I
Love
look
into
upon
fear,
my enemy,
fear into
I
hatred,
experience
hatred
a
into
lust
lust,
that defies
lust into
either.
need. That which delivers me destroys me. That which destroys me delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste.
Until the commotion of being gives way into eternal silence. Namaste.
All right, you guys have fun out there. It's the date.
Oh, OV. Okay, what does that stand for?
Oh, it stands for one violence.
One violence. That's cool. Just the one?
Yeah, it's sort of my given name.
Wow, who gave it to you?
My mother.
Tell me about her. Is she as attractive as you?
No, she looks very different to me.
Oh.
Most of my family.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Are you sure that you're not adopted?
I am certain. At least according to all the birth records and photographic evidence of me and my twin brother being born at the same time, I'm fairly certain.
You have a twin?
Yeah, fraternal.
There's two of you?
No. We are very much different, like night and day.
Oh. So is he like Mormon then?
No. He's a politician.
There's not much difference there. But yes, I understand. Worse than Mormon. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. What about you? Do you have any siblings?
I did have a brother, but he is not with us anymore, unfortunately. And I'm not sure what happened because, I never heard the whole story. And then I was just so distraught that you know, it's a mystery. I guess I'll never really know.
I'm really sorry to hear that. That's awful.
It's okay because he was like pretty annoying. So, you know, what are you going to do?
The silver lining, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm really focused on in my life is despite all the tragedy that I've endured, I really am grateful for what I have.
Very true. As the program teaches.
Yes, I've been a part of the program for a long time. What about you?
I'm an on and off follower of the program. I do my best, but stuff is difficult. The internet is not always great down here in the bog, so yeah.
Hard to get 5G.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, when we have the compound, it'll be much better then, because I heard that we're going to be very near a tower, or we might have a tower on the compound.
Oh, incredible. We're near wetlands.
I'm not sure. Well, I live on a lake, so I know what it's like to need to be near water.
Back to your corners, you two. Wow, what competition. That was something to really behold. Namaste to both of our contestants that round. Let's start with you, Mary Lou. How did that feel out there this round?
I like him. He's mysterious.
Right, yeah. He definitely has a mystique about him. Very strong.
Yeah.
I said that right away. It was a very strong move that he made. So let's go to
What
you
a
though.
man.
One Violence, OV. How did you feel about your performance tonight?
The same as usual. Very how do I put this? Uncertain.
Right. So you went in uncertain, and then you kind of came out uncertain.
Very true.
Very true. So beautiful. Listen. So if my date came to dinner with a fan, I would think they were mentally ill and would try to have an involuntarily committed, but not before I got some of that poi, if you know what I mean. LOL, what's up? That's from Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini saying he'd clock at his mental illness, try to have sex with you, but then you have you involuntarily committed.
I don't get what he means, but yeah.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's really not that consequential to the competition tonight. So ultimately, guys, we have no questions. And we've debriefed a little bit. I have my mind made up. I'm going to enter the judgment round and we'll make our verdict.
Incredible.
All right, guys. So listen, this was an interesting one. To watch you guys feel out a vibe between you two was really interesting because neither of you were forcing it. It was like watching two frequencies find their own like kind of harmonic resonance over time, slowly. And it was organic, beautiful to watch. About halfway through, I honestly thought I could feel the needle, to be honest. I could feel it going towards one violence. Towards one violence. I could feel the needle going towards one violence because I could see I don't know if you picked up on this one violence, but you have a scary look to you. You got this sort of something really fucked up happened to you in your childhood, and you do this kind of stuff now. Vibe that was, I don't know if you picked up on this, was really inspiring I can fix him thing in Mary Lou's head. Just for a moment, you had her niblet on the bait, but you didn't pick up, and given her how adept she is at a competitor, that's when she played the dead brother card. And she gave you a tome of emotional information that utterly dominated you, put you into a corner, put you on the wall, and never took the boot off your neck. She said, my brother died. Oh, very sorry. That was the right answer. But then her answer was, it's okay because it was annoying. He was annoying. That's not congruent. Nobody doesn't care about their brother being dead just because they're annoying. There's a lot going on there. There's something there to be discovered, and you didn't discover it. You let it go. She dominated you, and she's moving on to the next round. So my winner for this past round is, once again, Mary Lou.
Thank you.
Wow, congrats, Mary Lou.
Thank you.
And you're sticking to your, I've been saying it forever. If you could just act normal for a little bit, you can walk out of here with the championship. One violence, terrible, bad job. How does it feel to have lost?
I'm going to be lonely in this bar forever.
I guess so. Well, listen, guys, what a competition. Again, if you want to throw your hat in the ring tonight, if you think you've got what it takes to take down Mary Lou, go ahead and click the link as it passes through the chat every couple of minutes, or simply head on over to the Discord server where a moderator will tell you exactly what's going on and get you exactly where you need to be to compete against everybody tonight. Maybe walk out with a little piece of official Leslie Tanner merch. How about that? Namaste. Well, guys, it has not been overridden, so let's go ahead and check the leaderboard. That's not right. Hold on one second. Summary, there we go. Here we go. So we're looking at it all costs money, putting up 37. Big money at all costs money. Seeing that coming from a mile away, putting 47, getting 47 out of it. Flat Hole, 19 and 24. Pimperknuckle, 10 and 12. M. Robert Cop, 10 and 12. Data Pagan, 6.9 and 8.6. Building that channel points back up. Namaste, Data Pagan. Lewis underscore, 5.5 and 6.9. Stone Monster, Deej, Nindinu, and Brian Fritch, all walking out with a handful of channel points. Namaste to each of you. Congrats on everybody who participated in that. Now, again, I'll repeat it. I'm going to update the leaderboard real quick. Contestant leaderboard, Mary Lou with 2. 2. Undefeated so far, but the night is young. The night is early, and we have a next contestant lined up for the evening. And I can only tell, I'll begin to tell you how excited I am to see this next contestant. I think we may have seen them. We'll see what happens when they're on screen. Very excited to present our next round and keep this energy going for the night. Like I said, it's early and it's anybody's ball game. Go ahead and turn your camera on. We got 2 contestants up on the screen. Guys, join me in welcoming, obviously, Mary Lou, looking to extend her tirade, but with a brand new challenger. Let's bring them onto the screen right now. All right, so player 1, we're looking at Mary Lou. We know Mary Lou. We obviously love Mary Lou. We've seen her walk out of here with very, honestly, easy victories, what seemed like from the outside. But we got a brand new kind of challenger tonight. Let's go ahead. Player 2, go ahead and introduce yourself to those that are not familiar.
Hey, everyone. I'm Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
Dinky the Dick Destroyer. I love this. Dinky the Dick. So, Dinky, you've actually been on Infatuations before, haven't you?
That's right, Leslie. I was on last time, and I got to speak to someone who, to others, would seem twisted, but to me seemed normal.
I love that. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Those of us that have not had the pleasure of seeing you on screen or in a call, tell us a little bit about Dinky the Dick Destroyer.
Well, as you may have noticed, I'm a dark, twisted clown who loves 2 things. The colors red and black, for the color of blood and the color of death. And I love dark, twisted things. And gosh, I feel like I'm looking at a dark, twisted thing right now, Mary Lou. Holy smokes! I'd love to chase you around with a butcher knife.
Wow.
Oh my,
I think
warm in here.
I think you're speaking to Mary Lou on multiple frequencies right now. So Mary Lou, how does it feel? different kind of contestant. Maybe a little more adept, maybe a little more in your wheelhouse. How you feeling?
I feel very interested. This is such a fun game.
Right. Okay. So we see beautiful. We know where this is going. Let's let these two flames combine and see what happens, guys. Entering the prediction round now. No more wasting time. Let's start with Dinky. Dinky, you're the challenger going up against somebody 2 wins in a row. Why should we be voting for you right now?
I don't even care if I win. That's how twisted I am. I'm the wild card.
Namaste. We have no idea what you do out there. Do you even know
What I do out there?
what you'll do?
Oh gosh, if I knew, maybe even be scared of what was about to happen.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and go on over to Mary Lou. Mary Lou, why should we be putting our bets on you tonight?
Once again, I'm not sure that you should. This is a very attractive person I see here. So, I've already made my wager.
Beautiful. All right. Well, a couple seconds left on the wagering round. All right, there we go. The chat has decided overwhelmingly betting on Mary Lou. That means there's a lot of channel points to win by betting on the underdog, though. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. But overwhelmingly popular with the chat, you are Mary Lou. So listen, listen. I'm very excited. I don't want to say anything else. I just want to say the prayer and watch you two go at it. Does that sound all right?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
I can't wait.
All right, just watch this. Recite the prayer as it passes you on the screen. Infatuator's prayer. I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me. As I gaze upon my lover, I wish to slaughter their mind and body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies either. Love into fear, fear into hatred, hatred into lust, lust into need. That which delivers me destroys me, that which destroys me delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste.
Of being given way to eternal silence.
All right, guys. Let's let that date go.
So, Dinky, the Dick Destroyer?
You got it. Hi, Mary Lou.
Happy birthday.
Oh, it's not my birthday.
Oh, no? Is this your job then?
Yeah, it's my job.
So you really like to mix work and play then, I see. That's awesome. Way to make it work.
If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
My dad used to say that all the time. He was always telling me that when I was a child. And I don't know if he would be proud of me today if he was still with us, but I believe he's proud of me from heaven.
I don't even know if heaven's real.
Probably not.
But I think
I like to
is.
imagine. How could there be hell without heaven? That's like saying there's heads without tails.
No, because there's hell on earth with me around.
Yes. Are you sure you're on Earth?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I feel like a real space cadet. Enough about me, Mary Lou. I see you're showing a little tattoo. Can you tell us about your tattoo, Mary Lou? Is it twisted?
No, I don't talk about my tattoos. I do like cake. Is that a cake behind you?
Mary Lou, why are you afraid to talk about yourself? Are you worried we might find something twisted about you?
No, actually, I'm not twisted at all. I'm very normal and very nice. If you want me to talk about my tattoo, I will. I have just some roses and a compass, and it's got a little chain here with some petals. And I have a lot of tattoos, and I'm not proud of them all, but I do love them all because your tattoos tell a story of your life. Do you have any tattoos?
You can see I got one right here.
Well, I wasn't sure if that was your outfit or if it was just a tattoo. Can you tell me about it? It looks tribal.
It is a tribal tattoo. It is Swahili for killer clown.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. I didn't even know they had clowns in Swahili. Is Swahili just a language or is it a country? Can you tell me that?
Language.
What country do they speak Swahili in?
I believe they speak it in Somalia.
Oh, Somalia. Okay.
All right, and that's the date. That's the date, guys. Let's make some noise in chat for our 2 contestants tonight. Now, that was an interesting one. That was a little off kilter, definitely a weird one. Let's start. Mary Lou, this was your 3rd round in a row. How did that feel?
Honestly, I'm feeling a little weird, but I think that Dinky the Dick Destroyer, I think that's his whole thing. So if you don't feel a little bit fucked up, then probably you're not a normal person, because he seems like that's kind of his whole vibe, which is cool. I'm into it.
Interesting. Okay, so I love the consistency of strategy, and let's see if it works out for you this round. Well, let's go ahead and go on over to Dinky. Dinky, talk to me. How did you feel about your performance? How did you feel about being in that date with Mary Lou?
I think Mary Lou nailed me to a T. She absolutely read me up and down. But what I'm sad about is we didn't get to learn more about Mary Lou. She's a very closed book. I want to hear about the twisted things she's done. She has crazy tattoos. She's done something twisted, but she's afraid to say.
Yeah, there is I got to agree with your read a little bit. I do feel as if there was a little bit of a reticence, but boundaries are important. Boundaries are important on a first date, especially if you're trying to be as normal as Mary Lou is presenting tonight. We've seen this dogged strategy tonight, really working out for her so far. Maybe this is the round that it finally meets its match, but we'll see. Now, let's see here. We got all right, no questions from the chat. Let's go ahead and enter the judgment round. I'm ready to make my verdict. All right, so listen, this was a tough one. This was a tough one because, Mary Lou, you said you're goth, right? And I know, Dinky the Dick Destroyer is very dark and twisted, as we've heard many times. And you'd think that on paper, those two people would find a groove pretty easily. And ultimately, that's not what I got. That's not what I found. I found a sort of a mismatch of a couple of dance partners. And what we saw tonight was sort of 2 disparate frequencies not really come quite into a focus, in a sort of harmonic resonance with each other. So let's break it down. Over on Mary Lou's side, Mary Lou kept it as normal as she could and did a pretty good job. I think her strategy has been very consistent, and that's very admirable. I've been saying forever, if you can just get on the screen and be normal, your chances of winning for the whole night skyrocket compared to some of the deeply mentally ill and formerly abused people that we have in the chat. However, Dinky the Dick Destroyer, as much of a freak as he seems, he's got some emotional intelligence. He read Mary Lou real quick. He's like, why don't you want to talk about your tattoo? Why won't you give me a little bit about yourself? He confronted Mary Lou on the facade of normalcy, on the facade, on being guarded. And I thought that was really interesting to watch. Mary Lou eventually sort of cracked, but never quite dropped the normalcy. So ultimately, I think, just to take you for your word, Dinky the Dick Destroyer, if you really did kill those children at that happy birthday little plaza that you're at right now, which I'm going to take you seriously, I wouldn't think that you would lie about. Did you lie about that?
No, I've never lied about the twisted things I've done. Why would I abuse people of not knowing such things? Am I right?
Yeah, okay. So listen, I got what I needed. So you're a murderer, and you admitted to that, and you didn't clean the blood off the background on a date.
Yeah, because I'm twisted.
Yeah, that twisted just bought you a fucking loss tonight. So that's that. Mary Lou's moving on to the next round. Mary Lou, 3 in a goddamn row, really proving that normalcy
I did
beats
not see
out
this.
the sort of mentally ill and derangement that we see on the screen. How you feeling?
I feel weird.
What kind of weird?
I feel fine. I feel good. I'm
Dinky
excited.
lost big time for very obvious reasons. How does it feel to be a loser?
To me, she seems weird because normal is weird to me. Think about that, Leslie, next time.
Wow, interesting way to put that. So listen, guys, before I show the leaderboard, if you want to get in here and jump in, if you think you can take Mary Lou down, it might be you. It might, the winner might not have ever even been on the Discord server yet. It might be somebody watching right now. Somebody watching right now might be our winner tonight. It might be you. If you want to jump in, go ahead, click the link that's passing through chat every now and again, or just head on over to our Discord server. Get to that Discord server and get to the moderators will help you out, get you squared away. Very fun, very easy to set up. No worries about that. Now, listen, we've got nobody overriding. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get to that leaderboard. Here we go. There we go. There it is. All right, we're looking at Deceitful betting 35, walking out with 44. M. Robert Cop 25 and 31. Dana Pagan 11 and 14. Lil Miss Whatever 10 and 12. Brian Fritch 2 and 25. MDPC 12 and 15. Deej, HRA, Arts, and Disneyland Pimp. Always getting getting a little bit out of that. Namaste to all you guys. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your wins as well in the chat and with the channel points. So guys, again, if it looks like fun, it is fun. If it looks like fun, it's because it is fun. It's the real. You're seeing a tree, and it looks like a tree because it's a tree. So go ahead, click that link and get involved tonight. It's gonna be. We're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through. So let me go ahead and update the leaderboard real fast. Mary Lou is up to 3 wins in a row. 3 wins in a row. All right, guys. What do you say we move on? MDPC, of course. Mary Rules, #1 baby. Dinky Lives Matter from Arts. Good to see you guys. Namaste. That bullshit her room looks like fucked ass too. So Godspeed coming at Mary saying your room looks like shit. Interesting statement. Well, guys, keep those passions alive because we got another contestant squared up, lined up, ready to rock and roll. What do you say we bring them on? I'm going to drag them in. Contestant, go ahead and turn your camera on. When I see it's on, I'll go ahead and bring you up on screen. There it is. Beautiful. All right. So already we're familiar with this one. Let's go ahead and let's get them on the damn screen. How about? Here we go. Guys, join me in welcoming obviously Mary Lou, looking to continue for the 4th round in a row up against a challenger. We've seen him already tonight. Let's see him again. All right. So we've got Mary Lou at player 2. Mary Lou, how you doing tonight? How you feeling? 4th round. You getting a little tired yet?
Yes. No, I'm having a really good time, and I'm excited for the next date. I'm really looking forward to it.
Look at that. I love that. Let's see how much milk we can get out of that teat. Now, let's move on to challenger and player number 1. We've seen him before. Player number 1, Big Dunk, is it?
It is. Let's roll this back. Let's see if we can tear away some of the layers. We can get in deep and make a good date happen.
Right. So listen, Big Dunk, how are you approaching it this round? You saw a loss that first time. How are you reflecting on your loss the first time up tonight?
You know, I would say it hurts, but I'm really never deterred. Basically, if something good doesn't happen to me, it's because somebody else fucked up. So I'm just here to revisit, to renew, rejuvenate any of the RE words that are going to prove that I am better and stronger than my opponent.
Interesting. Okay. I see where you're coming from. You're just kind of doing a normal rehab kind of situation, right? You saw that whatever you tried first was weird and didn't work out, so now you're just doing trying to do the normal shit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if maybe I'm gonna see if we can teach Mary Lou a thing or two about dating, proper dating.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so guys, we know these two. We see the differences. We might be able to see where this is gonna go, but let's put our channel points where our mouth is, guys. Let's start a prediction. Now, Big Dunk, you're talking a lot of normal buzzwords, but talk to us right now. Why should we be betting our hard-earned channel points on your performance this round?
Basically, my opponent over here is running through all these mutants, and it makes sense, right? But she's never come across, even though technically, I mean, we did have a first round. I felt it should have gone a different way. And this time I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make sure that she leaves the date fully invested and fully wanting more.
Wow. No, let's go ahead. Mary Lou, what you should be confident. I would imagine you are, but why should we be betting on you?
I don't think you should. And here's why. Because I just really am interested in this contestant. I think he's so handsome, and I'm glad to see that he's back. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know who you should vote for, though. It's really not up to me. Now, is it, Leslie? Because you're the boss.
Namaste. Still trying to get some extra credit points from the teacher. Namaste to you. Well, listen, real quick communal vision from GP Bear. What kind of horse shit is this? We're just giving people second chances. I'm not feeling Big Dunk. That's from GP Bear. Well, GP Bear, get your ass in the ring. Get your ass in the ring. Get over here and get in this. I would love to see you compete, especially with that spirit, that fire, that passion. That's very sexy. That's very sexy, alluring stuff, and I'd love to see that go head to head in Infatuation's octagon.
Bring it on. I'll have sex with you.
No. But also, there's a line, and we just take the people that are in the line. Period. You know, if you want to roll the dice more than once, it's absolutely your prerogative. Hendershot, do your goddamn thing. Namaste. Let's go ahead. Listen, I feel confident that I've heard what I needed to hear, and I'm just ready to see you guys. Let's see if it goes different this time. I take it back, Leslie. I was just intimidated by Duncan's huge balls. That was from GP Bear.
My balls are 4 times bigger than my dick. Yeah, absolutely, they're huge.
Beautiful. Well, let's go ahead and say the prayer and enter the octagon. What do you say?
All right.
Infatuator's prayer.
Our Father.
I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me.
I do not exist
As
without
I gaze
the
upon
other,
my
and the
lover,
other
I wish
does
to
not
slaughter
exist
their mind
without
and
me.
body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies me. Love into fear, fear into hatred, hatred into lust, lust into need. That which delivers me destroys me. That which destroys me delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste.
Until the
All
commotion
right,
of
3,
being
2,
gives
1,
way
guys,
to
have some
eternal
fun out there.
silence. Namaste.
Listen.
Hey, Duncan. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you look really good still.
What have you learned from the past couple of dates? You know, you keep saying pleasantries and niceness, but what are the meat and potatoes that you've taken away from these dates?
Well, let's see. Ovi. So he has a twin, which I think is really cool because one of my very best friends in the world has a twin.
Forgive me for interrupting you. We are on the clock. But, well, like, what have you learned? Not facts and statistics, but what have you learned, taken away? What are things that you're going to do better or differently, or what are things that you're going to do the same in the future date?
Well, so I think next time I'll make sure that the tattoos are covered because men tend to ask about them a lot. And it's one of those things where it's just like, it's the type of conversation I get tired of having. So I think
let's not have it again then. Let's not have it again.
Oh, good.
Look, as a date relationship expert and coach, I teach this for a living. So let's put ourselves in a scenario. Say we meet out at the club. Do you ever go to the club or the bar? Do you ever hang out with the gals?
Well, I've been known to go to the bar. Yes, of course.
Okay. So do you have a dance? Do you enjoy dancing, Mary Lou?
I do enjoy dancing, but the reason I was usually at the bars was because I was performing there because I've been stand-up. So usually I have something to do while I'm there. I'm not usually just there to dance because that is not how you meet a husband.
It could be how you meet a husband. Physical
Not a rich one.
intimacy and how you work together is an important part of any relationship. What if I asked you to dance? You want to dance with me right now?
Do people still do that?
People do still do that.
Can I see your move before I answer?
I don't think it works that way. If we's dancing together, we's dancing together.
Oh, okay. So hypothetically, if you asked me to dance, I would say...
I just did.
Yes.
I just did, baby doll.
Oh, yes. Let's dance.
Let's dance.
You're a DJ. Where's the music?
I don't have any music. This is not my show, but I am ready to dance. Let's go. H-O-T-T, hot to go. I will something flow. Let's go, Mary Low. I just got you to dance on the flow. Ooh, HGMO. I eat all organic food. Are you enjoying yourself? That's the whole point. Are you having a good time?
That's the date. All right. Namaste to both of our contestants this round. That was an interesting one. That was definitely different this time around. We saw a different strategy. Different strategy coming in. Tripadelic will be posing that question. You got it in right under the bell. So listen, this was different. Let's go ahead and Big Dunk, how did your performance feel this round compared to last?
I was trying to be polite and give Mary Lou a little bit of space first little go round. But this time I felt like after watching all her dates just kind of run itself into the ground, she needed a man to take a little bit of control. So
interesting. Okay, so that was your read. That was your take from the first round.
Guru.
Interesting. Yep. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead on over to Mary Lou. Mary Lou, how did you feel about your performance this round, and how did you feel about the overall date?
It was awkward, and I feel like it was my fault, and I think I could have done better. And in the future, I will try to be more prepared for what comes my way. But we don't have control of these things. That's what I've learned being married 7 times. So.
Okay. So you didn't have that much fun. It wasn't a good. If this was a real date, you wouldn't say that you had fun on it. And overall negative experience for you.
Front-handed insult there.
Well, this is a competition, Dunk. This is a competition, Big Dunk.
It is, but I also think she's trying to manipulate the game, Guru. Think she's going to say whatever gets her to the next round.
Listen, that's literally the point of a competition.
Whatever murders her husband or gets her to the next round.
Big Dunk, that's literally the point of the competition.
Oh man!
All right.
I said that to start, Guru. I said that to start out to start out the round, and you was like, maybe you have a favorite here. Maybe you're.
We'll get to my judgment in just a moment, but we have a couple questions. Here we go.
How can a man in those glasses be so angry?
No, we.
Look. Hey, ladies, calm down.
Okay.
No, you're
angry.
angry.
Well, a couple questions from the chat for you guys. Let's start. We'll pose this first one to Big Dunk. Tripadelic says, "Does it still fucking stink?"
It stinks, not as bad as it stinks for my little dumbass cousin, but it stinks good.
All right, sounds good.
I still have a Biza on my face, if you know what I mean.
All right. Yeah. And let's go to Mary Lou. Does it still fucking stink?
Well, no. Not if you bury it deep enough.
Okay, interesting answer. And now let's go ahead and go to pepper and cheese. What was that, Dunk?
I said that's disgusting. Whatever. I don't get her metaphor, but it's disgusting.
Okay, Big Dunk, pepperoncini. And Pepperoncini asks, Mary Lou, how many people were you required to bring to your set to get paid?
I've never done a bringer show. That's one thing I've never done, but I'm not from New York, and I think that's mostly where those are.
So they're used to, well, whatever. Pepperoncini asks, so Big Dunk, do you have any experience doing comedy?
No. Everything I do is 100% on the level, all serious.
Okay, so
Go to
you
my
don't,
website.
not a big comedy fan in general, huh?
I hate comedy. Comedy is destructive, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. Now let's go to Orchestar. Orchestar asks, let's kick this one to Mary Lou first. Orchestar asks, well, this is actually for Big Dunk, so let's go to Big Dunk first. Big Dunk, what is it like to be an alpha?
I know no other way. So whenever I see betas, it's basically like a ghost walking in front of me. I don't acknowledge. At this point in my life, I don't even see betas. So I'll just run into things and I'll realize, oh, that's a person. Like if me and Leslie was walking, I'd run into Leslie. I wouldn't even see the mullet until I hear a voice go, hey, you just hurt my shoulder. Watch where you're walking. And I'll go, well, if you want to go fight outside, let's go fight.
All right, sounds good. And guys, what?
Let's go. I'm not. Where are you? Send me your digits.
All right, so I'm ready for my judgment round. Here we go. I have made my decision. Now, this is pretty simple. This is a pretty straightforward round. As a lot of you, I'm sure you can guess. Now, I've said over and over and over for over a year. I don't know, how long have we been doing infatuation? Oh, I'm probably like 2 years at this point. We've been doing infatuations. And I've said from the very beginning, if somebody comes up to this contest and just is able to act normal for 3 consecutive minutes, they will...
Look, Leslie's right here.
They will absolutely dominate. They will absolutely dominate because you'll get any number of characters, bits, mentally ill, deranged, weird, sexual
comedians.
shit. Well, I need you to be quiet, Dunk. I don't know what you're doing. But this is exactly what I was about to get into. Now, guys, you saw it unfold. I wasn't sure how I was going to go because Big Dunk started off with that, like, kind of grabbing hold of the vibe and just kind of choking it, kind of thing. Then I was like, okay, this could work still. I could see how he could do it. But then he just could, like, it had sort of a shade of, unsocialized, what's the word? Autism to it. It had this very sort of like, I haven't learned rotely as I've been overridden. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Pepperoncini, let the men in chat decide. Let the men in chat decide. Now, I was going to go with Mary Lou. Guys, if you've got some time to vote, it's in the chat right now. Who won that one? I'll make my case for Mary Lou, though, because especially with that dance, if I walked into a bar and I saw somebody dressed like Big Dunk trying to get a grown-ass woman to dance the way he was dancing and being weird about it, immediately I would look in the room elsewhere for other mentally challenged people and a guardian watching vigilantly over them for their safety. That's the vibe that I got. It was not safe. It was not chill. It was not sexy. And nor should the mentally retarded be. They shouldn't have to be those things, but this is a competitive dating game show, and this was Big Dunk losing, but let's see if the chat agrees. Yep, and they picked Mary Lou. I was right. Everybody just kind of picked what I was going to do anyway.
Thank you. That's so sweet of everybody. Thank you. It's nice to know that I have actually won. I appreciate it.
Yeah, namaste. Congrats for, we see you sticking to that strategy, and it is laying waste. Now, loser Big Dunk, truly a loser. That's twice in a night. Big time losing. How does it feel? People hated the shit that you did. People absolutely hated what you did tonight. All right. Well, that was interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Thanks so much to Mary Lou and Big Dunk for putting it all on the line. And thanks again to all of our contestants who have come up. We still got plenty of game show left. Mary Lou, though, showing firmly that she is here and she is here to compete. She is here to dominate. Now, again, if I were to, I'm going to directly counsel future contestants, okay? What I'm suggesting that you do tonight, Night of Zeal, thanks so much for that resub. Blessings and namaste to Night of Zeal. Autistic nudity, I think those phrases funny. Autistic nudity, yeah? Yeah, sure. That's
funny.
Yeah, not funny to me, but I could, maybe to someone else. No. Listen, let me directly counsel. I don't care if you're an animated figure. I don't care if you're a weird bog person. I don't care if whatever. You got a normal lady on the screen. You got to step inside the framework in order to jostle around a little bit. Unless you know right where her buttons are. And One Violence started to go that direction. One Violence started that thing where he started giving giving like a fix me kind of vibe. Like, oh, come to the bog and fix me. And I could see it work just for like a split second on Mary Lou. For a split second, I could see, Mary Lou wanting to breastfeed this like abused, gothy bog person. But again, it was for a split second, and it kind of evaporated as soon as it showed up. So, guys, if I were to give you some direct advice, it'd be come on the screen and just try your best to act normal for 3 fucking minutes. 3 minutes, be a normal person. We need to maybe practice this skill this week on explorations, just acting normal. We'll see. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, so we've got, okay. All right, so speaking of acting normal, we have our next contestant already locked and loaded into the room. So again, let me update the leaderboard real fast. We know who we're dealing with. 4 wins in a row, undefeated tonight, Mary Lou, aka Little Miss Whatever. But we got a different kind of challenger tonight. A different kind of challenger tonight. And guys, let me say, I am titillated to see these two names on the screen. This is a contest. If you have been watching Explorations, you have been waiting for this competition for a very long time. You have been waiting for something like this to pop off on screen for a very long time. Well, your patience is about to be honored. Join me in welcoming Mary Lou and our challenger of round number 5. Wow! Let's make some noise in chat, guys. Again, it is not very common that we get to see 2 names so permanently, almost permanently attached in this community with seeing the vibes and the vitriol go back and forth over time. Ups and downs, not just vitriol, but guys, to see you both on screen right now is a treat for me and a treat for everybody else. So I want to commend both of you for just agreeing to occupy the same screen at the same time.
You're welcome. I'm excited.
Beautiful, right? And there we go. Jenny, thank you. Thank you for agreeing to be on the screen with someone someone who you've had a mixed history with, to put it lightly.
You got it, Big Al.
Namaste. So go ahead, player number 1. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat, just in case that you're a new face to them.
Hi, my name's Jenny. It's Genomatic.
And tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on? What's your deal?
I've just been around the block.
Jenny, around the block.
Yeah. Just whatever Explorer of the Month for 2 months in a row.
Right. You were the Explorer of the Month for February and March.
Mm-hmm. You bet I was.
Blue dabba dee dabba die. Now, Mary Lou, different kind of challenger, and do you see the history that you've had with Genomatic, weighing into your performance this round? Are you shaking a little bit, or is this just business as usual for you?
Well, I'm actually really excited because I feel like we're ready for a redemption arc, because I think she is such a powerful person, and
she is.
You put two people like us together working in synchrony, and there's nothing that we cannot accomplish. So I'm excited.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, listen, I guys, again, let your channel points speak for themselves, all right? We have player number 1, Genomatic, a.k.a.
showing your face around here, girlfriend.
Hypocryptomatic. Then we've got Lil Miss Whatever, a.k.a. Mary Lou. Again, a historic matchup. Let's predict with some channel points. Now, let's start with you. Jenny, why should we be betting on you against Mary Lou?
Because I've been called a dumb bitch for years now, and I'm coming after you, Mary Lou. I'm coming after you, and it dies today.
What?
All right, let's go to you.
I think
Mary Lou,
I'm
why?
not really. Just like before, I'm not really sure you should vote for me at all, because this person is very powerful, and I just don't know if I can stand up.
You know what I need to do? Hold on one second. I got to restart this. We got to we're save your. I didn't award the channel points last time. I forgot that I put the button in a different place. So let's let this play out, and then we're going to re-enter this round. Keep that spirit alive. Keep that fighting spirit alive. All right, so let's go ahead back to here. Award. Mary Lou, you were player 1 last round, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, she was number 2.
She was 2?
Oh.
Number 2 like doo-doo. Gotcha.
God damn it. I'm hitting all the wrong goddamn buttons. All right, let me, I moved the button. There we go. All right, we're getting squared. Don't worry, I just want to make sure these channel points go correctly. That wasn't right. I don't know what I just did. I probably fucked up your channel points, right?
It doesn't matter.
You can have all my channel points.
All right, so let's start that again. Let's start that again. Prediction. Let's go.
Oh.
This is for real this time. This is for real this time. Jenny, why should we vote for you?
Oh my God.
Jenny, she's bringing her dog on the screen. How do you feel about that?
Let me see the. Oh man. Zuzu, come here. Come here. That dog is ugly.
All right, Mary Lou, do you feel confident?
In what?
In the competition that you're in right now, that you're on the screen for.
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry I had to get up. Elaine was scratching at the door, and I was worried it was going to start to get loud.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
But yeah, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fun.
All right, so here we go. Now, guys, again, 2 different competitors, 2 different styles. We've seen them both, and Lord knows we've seen the sparks between these 2. Dare I say, as a therapist, that there is a psychosexual vibe between these 2? Yes, I will. I will say that. Hate into lust, lust into need. That is how it works. So, guys, how about we say the prayer and let the date happen? All right. Just say the prayer that's on the screen. Infatuator's prayer.
Infatuator's prayer.
I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me. As I gaze upon my lover, I wish to slaughter their mind and body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies you. Love into fear, fear into hatred, hatred into lust, lust into need. That which delivers me destroys me. That which destroys me delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, get in there and have some fun, guys.
I'm really excited to finally get to talk to you, Jenny. I think this is going to be good for us.
Why?
Well, because you're such an interesting person. I'd like to get to know you better. I think it's interesting that you've done infatuation so many times. That takes a lot of courage. It took me a long time to get enough courage to do the show.
I
So I
noticed.
really admire that.
What are you doing around my parts?
Around your parts?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where you are.
Why are you kicking up dirt in infatuation?
You know, I don't know. I just felt like it was time. Last time infatuations happened, Pepperoncini asked me if I was gonna go up, and I was like, I don't know. And then he was like, oh, you should, or something like that. And
No
I was
offense,
like,
but
no.
super boring story.
Oh, well, he just suggested it, and I was a little scared. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll do it. So I put on a little lipstick, and here we are. I'm excited. It looks like you've gone a different direction.
Because I didn't put on lipstick?
Well, I mean, for starters. But tell me about, okay, here's the question I had to ask for you. Didn't you mention that you're an architect?
Didn't you mention that you are a belittling bitch?
I mean,
I wasn't talking to you. No, I was talking to somebody in my house.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say you were an architect. I actually ran the office at an architecture firm for like 10 years. We have that in common.
Well, how'd you run it? How'd you run it?
I was office manager. So I'm not an architect.
Office manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still.
And I was there for 10 years, and I'm still friends with all those people, which is like, it's so cool.
Can you tell me what it sounded like when you answered the phone? Gotcha.
Yeah, actually, that's the funny thing. When you answer the phone at a place like that, sometimes you do it like at home when your phone rings. You answer the phone and you're like, na 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 na, and it's like, oh wait, no, hi, mom, how are you?
Yeah. And then you're like,
do you answer the phone where you work?
One of the professionals. No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You direct the phone calls to me. So what do you do for a living?
Well, right now I'm momming full time. So I got my master's degree.
All right, that's the date. No more. Back to your corners. Very interesting date.
Questions. I've got a lot more questions.
Now, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you gals could be chopping it up all night, but you know, we've got a show to run. So listen, let's start with a little bit of a debrief. Mary Lou, I'm going to give it to you first. How do you feel about your performance, and how'd you feel about that date with Jenny?
You know, she seemed a little combative, and that's understandable. That's her personality, so I accept that. And I still really think that she and I are going to be good friends. I'm just going to give it some time.
Okay, interesting. I see the strategy, and you're really putting all those eggs in a basket. I'm very excited to see how this works. Now let's go ahead and go over to you.
Manipulative as shit.
Jenny, hey, Jenny, listen. How did you feel about it?
I hate measured talk, but I look forward to speaking more to Mary Lou.
All right, sounds good. And so listen,
we're off to a good foot.
We got a couple questions for you. You guys were very inspiring to the chat this round. Stone Monster begins with jump in the Wawa, Jen. Jump in the Wawa. Any response? Let's go to Jen.
I want to go in the Wawa very deep, right into the Wawa.
Okay, and any response to that, Mary Lou?
Wait, what?
The statement, jump in the Wawa, Jen.
Jump in the Wawa. I don't know what that means.
Okay, let's move
if
on.
If it's mean, I don't think it's mean.
Okay, so
take me to the river.
Let's go. Orca Star shared with us more of a statement in all caps. I think it was directed to you, Mary Lou. All caps. That Doug is fugly.
You're absolutely right.
Okay. So and
she's got the stupidest face.
And let's kick it to
No, she doesn't. Gorgeous. You're such a traitor. All of a sudden, just like that, drop of a dime.
Jenny, do you agree with that? Do you think this dog sucks?
No, I don't agree with that. And you know what? The fact that her owner agrees with that all of a sudden, I think that dog should be taken from her.
I'm going to put up a picture so you can see her underbite. It's ridiculous. It's so funny.
Okay, yeah, do whatever you got to do. Tripadelic with a question. This one's mainly for Jenny. For an architect, you're doing a really shitty job at building a connection. Vote Mary Lou 2028.
Oh my God, shit.
Up your butt, bruh. Up your butt, bruh.
And then Pepperoncini with a little something. Is anyone else imagining a Jen/Mary Lou / Sebastian polycule?
Gross.
What's a polycule?
I don't know, but
What's
it sounds
a polycule?
icky.
I don't like it.
Like,
A polycule is when
You mean a throuple?
no, sort of. Yeah, it's like a couple, but poly, like like a bunch of people agreeing to be in mutually romantic relationships with each other.
That's called a throuple now.
Yeah, that's the throuple's
The
3.
answer's-
But a polycule
Yeah, the
could be
answer's
4,
no.
5, 6, upwards. You know,
I gotta
poly.
agree with
You're an
Mary Lou
architect.
except-
Do you know what poly means?
Duh.
Okay. Okay, Orchestar with a little question. Do you think all of the men in chat just really want a mommy? Is that sad to you? Let's start with you, Mary Lou.
Do you think all the men in chat really just want a mommy, and is that sad to you? If that's true, then yes, that is a little bit sad. But as someone, you know, like, I don't have time to really think about it too much. So if you want a mommy, yes, that's sad.
Okay, so
How many ring lights do you have on you? Because I don't understand how lighting works.
Jenny, focus. If you were in it, no, wait. Do you think the men in chat just really want a mommy? And if so, is that sad to you?
Well, duh. Incels are sad sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're sad.
And then one more
Sometimes
question
sad.
before the judgment round. If you were in an underground death match, how do you two think Jen would finish Mary Lou off? Please answer individually. So let's start with you, Mary Lou. What do you think Jenny's finishing move would be?
I think that she would try to rip off my head and shit down my neck.
All right, and Mary Lou, what would your finishing, Jenny, what would your finishing move be?
Duh, I would stab her with one of the torches from the wall down her chest.
All right,
It's
well.
easier if you're going to stab someone to death to go between the ribs. But
That's
okay.
where I'm going, sister.
All right, so listen, I've heard what I need to hear. Let's move on to the judgment round. Now, again, you guys, if you want to override, you may do so until the end of the winner-loser screens, and then it's too late. If you do it after that, then we got to save it for next time. All right, entering the judgment round. Now, this is historic. For me to stand up here and say that I do not feel pressure to be making the judgment that I have to make, that it is my duty and job to make right now. To say that I don't feel a little bit of pressure would be a lie. We sit at a precipice of something, that's been brewing for a very long time. So what we saw tonight was a very consistent strategy for Mary. Be quiet. Be quiet, Jenny. Okay. Well, a very consistent strategy from Mary Lou. We've heard the tone of voice. We've heard the deflections. We've heard the defense. Is it normal? Yes. Is it adept? Yes. is it a little defensive? Yes, but not a single person has been able to walk up to her in order and play her a little bit in order to get her guard down until tonight, until just now. Now listen. Now I'm not saying who the winner is yet. I'm not saying who the winner is yet because Jenny, you were a bitch. You were very rude in a simulated date setting. Like, I understand why your vibes would be like really awful because you've been calling each other stupid bitches for like 2 years on the internet. But this is a competitive date, and in the context of a date, Jenny, you continue to double down on this mentally ill, abrasive bitch thing. So, but listen, I thought for sure that was going to be like an automatic lose because Mary Lou proved to be so adept at being like, nope, not getting into me. I'm not playing that game. I know the name of the game right now. And then Jenny got under her armor. I forgot, what was the exact phrase, Jenny?
Which one?
Oh, you said, tell me what it was like to answer the phone. Yeah, I think, that finally got her. But listen, Jenny, ultimately, that was a shit show. If this is a date, if this is a lesbian date, you lost big time because Mary Lou held her ground. Did you get a punch in? Did you get a jab? Did it connect? Yes. Was it inspiring? Yes. Was it enough to win? No, it wasn't, and you know it. You know it wasn't enough. Mary Lou.
It was plenty.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. You didn't eat.
Mary Lou, you better lose tonight or I'll kill you. I swear I'll get so mad at you.
Good. Stay mad. Good. That's part of the program. Mary Lou, congratulations once again. Undefeated. Sending Jenny back to the bullpen.
Wow. This is a fix. This is a fix.
Look at what's on screen right now, Jenny. Look at Mary Lou. Nothing obscured. She looks normal. She looks like she put on normal makeup for a date. Now look at that.
What?
Now look at your screen. Look at your screen. Do the math. Oh, wait. We got an override? Oh, we got an override.
Oh, that's so cool.
You got to be kidding. All right. We got an override, guys.
Let's go, y'all. Get to me.
We got an override. Let's see how this goes. You guys know what I thought.
I don't know if I'm one or two.
Couple
Which
seconds.
Am I
Make
one
your
or two?
voice heard in the chat.
Two, like.
Oh, I'm two. Mary Pooh. That's right.
Yeah, Mary Pooh.
Okay. Here we go.
Terrible.
All right. Poll ended, and it was. Wait, it was Mary Lou, right?
Yeah.
My screen's not updating.
Here I am, number 2.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, by a pretty interesting move, but yeah, ultimately decided. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. Let's do the whole thing again. Let's do it again.
Definitely fast-forwarded the whole thing.
Let's put a period at the end of this sentence. Look at what's on the screen. Someone who can talk normal, that looks like that has a shitty little dog that they laugh at when it's called ugly because they know it's endearing and everybody's having fun. Now, that is the face of a winner. Now, this next screen is going to be the other side. This is the face of a loser. This is the face of somebody who lost. Now, did a loser, did you get a punch in? Yeah, congrats. Rudy got in for the last game, for the last 14 seconds of the game. Ultimately, he's a fucking loser, too. Now, let's go ahead.
Loser.
Yeah, listen, Jenny, listen, I thought it was a good performance, but not enough. Not enough. Let's go ahead, guys, and award the points. Awarding the points now. There we go. Bring the fucking thing on the screen. There we go. All right, so what we're looking at, I'm looking at, we need a summary. Wait, I am so confused. Did everybody pick Jenny? Is this right? I got to figure out what I'm doing with these buttons. Okay. Is that right? Hold on. All right, so here we go. M. Robert Kopp, 25, walking out with nearly 70,000 points. Wait, yeah, you didn't pick Mary Lou? Did you pick Jenny? Who'd you pick, M. Robert? Did I fuck up these channel points again? No, yeah, you picked Mary Lou. M. Robert Kopp picked Mary Lou, who was player number 2. This is what the screen says. Yeah, no, this is right. Here we go. Well, no, that's not. Pepperoncini, you're out to lunch. So guys, let's go over the points. If you bet on the sure thing, which was Mary Lou, keeping it normal as possible, then yeah, you won. M. Robert Kopp, 25,000, walking out with 70. Ellie Benelli, 20,000, walking out with 55. Pipperknuckle, 11 and 31. Data Pagan, 6 and 19. Pierogi University, 48 and 13. Arts Sobcom working his way up, or his whatever the fuck you are, working their way up. 26 walking out with 73, and MSG, Duncan, Knight, and MDPC all walking out with a little bit too. Namaste to everybody who won a little bit. Congratulations on all that. Y'all are dead. I'm coming on Infatuations next time. Orchestar, actually a former champion. Orchestar, a former champion. I think you were our first champion here on Infatuations way back when. Really cleaned up again by being a mix.
That was a great show.
Yeah, right. It was a good one. It was a mixture of normal, but also kind of like getting after them a little bit. Really kind of really getting after the insecurity that the men would show on their faces and just really exploiting that. Namaste to you.
Yeah.
Now, okay, guys. So listen, we're having fun. We're entering the sort of the home stretch here. The home stretch. We do have a next contestant lined up, but it is not too late for you to jump in. If you would like to jump in and just have some fun, it looks like Mary Lou might be taking this away. It'd be very difficult to defeat her at this point. She is up to how many wins in a row now, Mary Lou?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting sleepy, huh?
No, I feel great. I'm really excited and having so much fun.
5 in a row for Mary Lou. 5 in a row. Yeah, MDPC. That's what I thought. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, guys. Now, let's go ahead. Is LPJ at youtube.com saying guru, more like Puru. I don't really like that. I didn't really like that. I didn't really appreciate that. So, but we are going to do is move this contest right along. What do you say, guys? Yeah, I didn't really like the spirit of that. So let's go ahead and get our next contestant in here. Contestant challenger, go ahead and turn your camera on and I will get you on screen. Moving on. I'm ready for a palate cleanser. That was intense. That was an intense round. Do you guys feel just kind of tired after seeing that?
Trying to turn camera on.
Namaste. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta do something that I haven't been doing. Here, so you guys can see my screen. I haven't been sharing my screen the whole time. Beautiful. Love that. Love that function. Loving functionality.
I clicked it. Do you see it?
It says failed to start camera. What is it saying on your side?
Just asterisk.
Yeah, cancel it and then try it again. Let's see if this works.
There we go.
There we go. There he is. All right, I'm excited for this one. Now, guys, if you're like me, that was an exhausting round, right? That was an exhausting round. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something fresh. I'm ready for something I haven't seen yet tonight. And that is exactly what we have in store for you for this next round. So obviously, we have Mary Lou going undefeated, laying absolute waste to the competition tonight. I'll bet Mary Lou is going on much longer than she expected. But that goes to show, guys, if you can show up on screen and just be normal for a couple minutes, then the cake is yours. The cake, the championship, the trophy, the little gifts, they're yours. 5 in a row for Mary Lou, heading into round 6. But again, we got a new challenger, different vibe. Very excited to bring them on screen. Join me in welcoming Mary Lou and challenger. So, player 1, Mary Lou, welcome back to the program. And player number 2, I'm familiar with you, but go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat for those that don't know you, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been working the program now for a few months. I'm kind of an off-grid enthusiast. I'm looking at moving out to the desert here soon and put my skills to the test. I'm a maker and play music and all kinds of stuff. So I think I have a lot to offer.
Beautiful. I love that. Off the grid maker, giving real Ruby Ridge vibes out there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it right on the head.
Yeah, was that an inspiring figure for you?
Well, really for me it was the old cowboy stories and stuff, right? That's what really tests you. Like, you could fall in love with that, but do you really like doing it?
Right. Well, that hat, you gotta. That hat says passion to me. Like
guitar.
That's a strength of self. In order to you don't just put that hat on from an insecure place. You put that hat on knowing exactly who you are and exactly what you are to this world.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Beautiful
Absolutely.
stuff. Beautiful stuff. Now, Mary Lou, different kind of challenger. Talk to me about how you're feeling right now. Got to be feeling at least a little fatigued.
No, I feel great. I'm really excited. And I'm looking forward to talking to him because I am also interested in off-grid projects.
Oh, interesting. Already finding common ground. A tenacious competitor. She's talking nice and she's got this strategy, but guys, those of you that can read between the lines on Mary Lou, this is a stone cold predator bitch. She is out for blood, and for every little pleasant thing there's blood dripping from her mouth. She's got her canines out that she's been sharpening for the event. She's got a weird horseshoe in her hand. I don't know why she's got a horseshoe, but she's beating everyone to fucking death with it. Very quickly and efficiently. But listen, this is anybody's round. I am convinced that this is anybody's round because this is to put quite simply, radio. This is not. We have not seen your vibe tonight. So let's go enter the prediction round, guys. How do we see this playing out? Let's hear some shit talking from you, radio player 2. Why should we be betting on you right now?
Oh, well, I think that the package that comes with me and all the things that I have to offer are just going to be like absolutely paramount. I mean, it's hard to stand up against, the kind of job interview energy we've been getting tonight. That positivity that just says, it's me, I'm the winner. That's going to be hard to overcome, but I think the facts will bear out.
Namaste, like that confidence and clarity. Let's go to you, Mary Lou. You're obviously you're 6 rounds in. Why should we be betting on you?
Well, I just dropped my fan, so I'm gonna have to get out my backup fan.
Oh my goodness gracious! A second fan. Wow. Now that's a competitor. Now, guys, it's pretty close to be honest, but at least closer than past rounds. But Mary Lou, you are the favored contestant heading into this round. Now, listen, I've heard what I needed to hear. I'm ready to say the prayer and get you guys in that octagon. What do you say?
Yes.
All right. So just kind of read the words that you see on the screen. I've shared my screen with you over on Discord. I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me. As I gaze upon my lover, I wish to slaughter their mind and body. As I look upon my enemy, I experience a lust that defies me. Love into fear, fear into hatred, hatred into lust, lust into me. That which delivers me destroys me. That which destroys me delivers me. For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste.
Gives way to eternal silence.
All right, guys, have some fun.
Hi there. It's great to finally see you.
It's great to finally see you. I'm not sure what to call you. Can you help me?
Yeah, you just call me Radio.
Radio. Okay, I love that name. So tell me, you said you're moving to the desert and you're going to go off grid. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of out of work now, but I have some savings. So I bought property a while ago for hunting and everything.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
And I set up some stuff out there, but I need to do more. And now I'm looking at like selling the house and going out there because I don't know. I don't know about you, but I can't do the office thing anymore. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm kind of in that world myself where now that I've been kind of away from the professional world for so long, I don't really see myself going back in the same capacity that I was before. So we're going to see where that takes us, but I still want to get my CPA. That's like still a goal. But what about you? Do you have any big goals for your life other than just going off grid, like learning a new skill?
I'm kind of reaching the point at which I feel like I've learned most of the stuff that I really wanted to learn, but that's a lot of stuff. I do 3D printing, electronics. I can build almost any consumer appliance if I have the parts.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I get into music too, but trying to find somebody to help record,
Yeah. Well, what kind of help do you need recording?
Oh, I really don't know anything at all about it, to be honest. I can play.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
what kind of hobbies do you enjoy?
I'm also a maker. I really am enjoying miniatures lately. I'm currently illustrating an entire SpongeBob themed tarot deck. But I'm finishing up that project soon, and then I'm going to be moving into, I just contracted with the alpaca farm in my neighborhood to make some custom items out of alpaca yarn for their store, which is so cool because they make the yarn and they put the name of the alpaca on the yarn. So it's like, oh, this is albatross or, whatever. So I'm excited to be doing like little mini alpacas for the alpaca farm, which is a silly thing to do, but this is my life.
No, that's not silly. It's always great to work locally and, get all of your friends and family and neighbors together and just make things happen. No store, no corporation, right?
Is there like a weird skill that you've always wanted to learn that seems so primitive?
Right there. All right, that's the date. That's the date. No more. Honestly, that was genuinely refreshing to watch. Not a completely smooth vibe, but definitely a break from some of the really kind of grueling examples we've had past couple rounds. So let's start with you, Mary Lou. 6th round in a row. How did that feel? How'd you feel about your performance? And how'd you just feel about that date in general?
Overall, I hope that I get to talk to him some more because I think we're actually going to be really good friends. But outside of that, I feel wonderful, and I'm just really happy to be here, Leslie. So thank you so much.
Wow, that is ruthless. That is ruthless. All right, let's go to you. Radio, how did you feel about your performance in there, and how'd you feel about the vibe of the date in general?
Oh, I'm just me wherever I am. It could be good or bad, right? So I'm great with it though. It was really nice to meet her and learn about her interests, especially where they match mine. That's great. It's fun that way.
Right on. Okay, so Radio, how do you? We got a question from the chat. From Stone Monster 400. Radio, how do you prep your ladies for the artist struggle?
I usually find it's best to just get them to jump in over their head. And then once they don't really have much of a choice but to go forward, it's not that much of an issue anymore.
Okay. So, let's actually retool that question for Mary Lou. Mary Lou, you've dated artists in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I've married 3 of them.
Married 3, so 3 artists, 3 ex-husbands. And how, in the past, how did they prepare you for the artist struggle of life?
I think that they really need someone who is going to be bringing in a regular paycheck. So that's kind of where we didn't get along. But in the end, all 3 of them did produce sizable paychecks.
Okay, there we go. So money's a big part of that. So, all right, well, listen, that's all the questions. And I'm ready to make my call for tonight out of this round. Now, like I said, this was an interesting one. This was an interesting one to watch play out, a different kind of vibe. Now, I liked your confidence coming into it. And one thing that you said really stood out to me, that, I am radio. You said something to the effect of, I am what I am. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. And while I won't say that it was you being yourself was necessarily bad, but it wasn't good enough. This round was pretty much dominated by Mary Lou. This is painfully obvious what she's doing. She is deflecting. She is acting normal. She has got this bubbly little voice. She's talking about cute little things for about 15 seconds and moving it along. It is baseline stuff. Now, you mentioned the interview stuff, but can I be honest with you? Just for the next time you come on the program, radio, next time you come on Infatuations, you mentioned the interview style stuff, but then you kind of just listed your things and then asked, like, what hobbies do you enjoy? It kind of feels like an interview, right? A little bit. I'm just saying, if I were to retool that.
I didn't necessarily mean it in context, but whatever you say, Guru, it's probably right. I agree.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So listen, I'm just trying to help you out. I think if you come back on, if I were to give you a little bit of advice, because I want to see you win. I liked your fresh, vulnerable energy, but that's where I would go with you. I'd lean a little more in to the vulnerability, meaning if you're going to talk about, putting an old transistor radio together or something, talk about how excited you are about transistor radios instead of, I can pretty much build whatever I want at any moment in time. I've got blah, 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 and go through like your model of 3D printer. That's not sexy. What's sexy is, oh man, I get so into 3D printing. Go with the feelings, go with the vibe, and then watch the vibes in mesh. So overall, Mary Lou did walk out with another W. And radio, valiant effort. I want to see you win, but this is just simply not your round. Mary Lou, undefeated. Undefeated. Did you expect to make it this far?
No, not at all. But here we are.
Here you are.
I'm thrilled.
Thrilled. I can feel it. I can feel the thrill that you have. Now, radio, simply, like I said, not bad, but not good enough. You lost. How does it feel?
I'm pretty used to being a loser now, so I'm okay with it. I'm just glad that she made a sweep. That's really great for her.
Interesting. So Stone Monster 400 with a communal vision. Mary Lou is the TISM sniper. Mary Lou is the TISM sniper. Sort of so she's got that 5-finger death touch with anyone with even perceivable or even misdiagnosed if you look like you got autism. Mary Lou's walking you like a dog. So so here we go. Really beautiful round. Again, thank you so much, radio, for jumping in. I really appreciate it. It took a lot of guts to go up against an undefeated one. We have not seen this kind of dominance yet in Infatuation. So congratulations to you for even trying.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Now, guys, let's go ahead and go to the leaderboard. The leaderboard, that was Mary Lou in player 1, so let's award some points. Let me go update that real quick, make sure I don't fuck it up. Summary. There we go. M. Robert Cop, 25,000, walking out with 41. Data Pagan, 15 and 25. Pimperknuckle, 11 and 19. Art SOB, Com, 7 and 12. The Taiwan Con, 2.9, 4.7. MTPC, Brian Fritch, and Tripodelic, all making a little bit of skrill. Namaste to you guys. Now, so this has been a pretty, that round was interesting. That round was interesting. Okay, I don't know if necessarily, if any, I'm in infatuations mode, all right? If I'm in diagnose mode where I'm calling depressed, anxious, borderline, bipolar, autistic, schizophrenic, I could play that game. Right now, I'm not necessarily in that mode. However, more generally speaking, if I'm going to give some autistic advice, okay? You're coming in here, you're going to be a little nervous. You're and rightfully so. You are at a disadvantage in here unless you know how to play to your strengths. Instead of listing things that you have in your home and listing your hobbies and then asking like a rote question, what hobbies do you enjoy? Start talking about your feelings for about 30 seconds, and make it a feelings question. Make it a feelings question. Let the feelings contribute to the vibe. I know it's difficult, but you, especially if you have autism and you can be a little vulnerable with it, oh Lord Almighty, you're gonna dominate. Especially a normal seeming adult woman who you can read on them that they want to take care, they want to fix, they want to take care. We saw a flash of it with Mary Lou a little bit earlier. I'm just saying, guys, this is the button. I'm telling you exactly what to do. Act normal and present some vulnerability that she can kind of swoop in and swaddle a little bit. Let her put the titty in your mouth, is what I'm saying. Now, okay, guys, beautiful stuff. We got a contestant. All right, so we got our next contestant of the night. We're heading into the last couple contestants for the evening. Mary Lou, let's go ahead and update the leaderboard.
Jesus.
We got 6 from Mary Lou heading into the 7th round, undefeated. Again, we have not seen this level of dominance in infatuations thus far. So congratulations for making, to Mary Lou, aka Loomis whatever, for making history tonight. History tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get, let's see here. Let's get, let's bring Poor on. I didn't just say the contestant. Let's get the next contestant in. Again, this contestant said they were going to be stuck in the car the whole stream and weren't going to be able to make it. I'm so glad that they finally made it. Contestant number 2, go ahead and turn that camera on, and I will introduce you to the chat as soon as I see.
I'm trying to drive into service here.
I think we got it.
You get it?
No. No, we did not.
No?
Nope.
It's trying.
It's trying. We're all trying. I'm trying. You're trying. We're all trying.
Should it go? I'm going to turn left.
All right. Turn left. Challenger is turning left in his vehicle. Looking for a signal, hoping to get that signal.
You getting hot?
Really going above and beyond to compete tonight. Oh, we had you for a second and then it bounced. Then it went away.
This little child, there's a child driving a Volkswagen out here in the parking lot.
Well, that's exciting.
I guess. He almost ran into me.
Honestly, this is a nice little break. Don't even worry about it. We've been churning through contestants tonight, and everything leading up to that Jenny Mary Lou battle. Oh, almost for a second. I want to see you compete, though. I want to see you compete. Let's make this happen.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's nice to just kind of pump the brakes a little bit. Nice to pump the brakes a little bit.
Right?
For a second, maybe close Discord and open it back up.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's do a reset.
See, yeah, hit a little reset. Yeah, Jenny and Mary Lou was tiring. Jenny did a great job, by the way. I don't want that to be misunderstood. I thought Jenny's performance was tremendous. Of course, we knew what Jenny was going to do once she got in. I think, I would have guessed she was going to do exactly what she did tonight, given the chance that she had. All right, I'm going to, okay, yeah, go ahead, turn it on. Try to turn it on. Almost.
Oh, what the hell?
It keeps getting close. I'm just playing. Jenny was cool. I wish to comply. Namaste. Namaste to you, Art SOB. What a fun night we're having. What a gorgeous and fun night we're having. I really do love doing infatuations with you guys. This is so fun, right? Mary Lou and not poor, you're having fun, right?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's a way to spend a long drive.
Right
Yeah,
on.
I'm having a great time.
Chad,
Although I do have to be totally honest, my current husband is in the shower, so the clock's ticking.
You're gonna get in trouble, poor. You better hurry up and get out of there, poor, because if you don't, you're gonna get an ass whooping.
All right.
Well, as you know, he's 4 feet tall, so I don't have to go far to get away from him.
Namaste. We love that. Oh, we're so close.
Hey!
We're so close. I think we got it.
Oh no.
I think we got something. All right, I'm just gonna. Okay, let's bring it on the screen. Let's see how this works. All right, guys. Namaste to our contestants. Mary Lou at 1, and we have the challenger, player number 2. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's Poor.
Poor, welcome to welcome back to Infatuations. How are you feeling tonight?
Good. I don't think I can cram in 6 wins in the next 3 minutes, but one day I'll pop that tape in the VCR.
Namaste. I love that spirit. Mary Lou, different. I think this might be an actual challenger for you. Poor is a pretty straightforward guy. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel strong. I'm excited. And let's go.
Let's go. All right. Let's enter the prediction round. Let's not waste any time. Prediction round. Let's start with you, Mary Lou. Do you think you're going to walk out of here with the dub?
It's hard to say because it's unpredictable. I don't think you should vote for me, but I didn't think you should vote for me all those other times either. And I clearly know nothing. So do what you will.
All right. Let's go to you, Poor. How about you? Do you think you're walking out of here with a dub? Why should we bet on you?
You know, I might walk out of here with the dub. Maybe people are just sick of Mary Lou and they'll vote for me because they're tired. Or maybe I'll be really charming unexpectedly.
How about that? Already doing a number.
Cruising made for love, you know?
Cruising is made for love. That's true. And old Earth, Wind, and Fire song. I love that song.
Yeah. Was it Smokey?
All right, so the polls are closed. Mary Lou, the favorited winner. Poor, you're simply not not the favorite, but you do have some fans in chat. So what do you say? I've heard enough. We've all heard enough. Let's get into the date. How about?
Let's do it.
All right, here
I'm
we
ready
go.
to do it.
Infatuator's prayer. I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist without me.
Exist without
As
the
I
other,
gaze
and
upon
the
my
other does
lover,
not
I wish to
exist
slaughter
without
their
me.
mind and body.
As I gaze
As I
upon
look
my
upon
lover,
my
I wish to
enemy, I
slaughter their
experience the
mind
lust
and
that
body. As I
defies
look upon
either.
my enemy, I experience
Love
lust
into
that
fear,
defies
fear
either.
into
Love into
hatred,
fear,
hatred into lust,
fear into
lust
hatred,
into me.
hatred into
That which delivers
lust,
me
lust
destroys
into
me. That
need,
which destroys
that
me
which
delivers
delivers
me.
me.
For all of time, until form becomes formless, until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence. Namaste. All right, guys, leave it all in the field. Here we go.
I tried to remember. Oh, hey there. Hi, Mary Lou. How are you today? Hello, Mary Lou. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Have me again?
Hello.
Here I am.
Oh, hi.
Hi, sorry. I don't know what happened. But hello, how are you?
What did you get cold feet?
I did.
I'm doing okay. I just back to town after a long trip.
Where'd you go?
Just to visit my cat.
You went on a
Give her
long
a good rub down.
You went on a long trip to visit your cat and give her a good rub down? What kind of cat?
Yeah. She's just a backyard baby. She's a good calico cat.
I read that
girl.
I read that 80% of calico cats are female because of a genetic, like a recessive genetic marker.
I thought it was more like 99. I thought it was like almost all of them, except for some really rare boys.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm just repeating a statistic I heard, but that is interesting.
Yeah, so if you see a calico cat, you have a good chance that it's just going to be a girl, and you can say, "Come here, girl," or "She's beautiful."
Yeah, because cats are notoriously gender specific. I know that about them.
Yeah. Well, the cat owners. You ever misgender somebody's pet, and they're just like, "I'm sorry, it's a he, it's a boy, it's a good boy." Get all pissy about it.
Well, people often think my dog is a boy, and I never correct them. So, but yeah, I have heard of that. Mostly what annoys me is when people call themselves like they're the mom or the dad of their pet. One time I heard a woman saying, "Wait for mommy," and it was like a Dalmatian or something. And I was like, this woman is on a public street. Like, is she okay? Because clearly.
Yeah. Wait for mommy. You threw your dog the bus earlier when somebody said it was, "Oh, that's an ugly dog." You said, "Yeah, it's an ugly dog."
She's cuter when her hair is more grown out. But, you know.
I didn't see it. I was driving.
Right, you've been driving because you went to give your cat a good rub down. I understand.
Because I love cat.
Me too. I
She's
have a
my
cat
girl.
too. What's her name?
All right, no, that's it. That's the date.
Susan.
That is the
Susan.
date. Namaste, guys. Very honestly, that was another refreshing date. That was it felt like a genuine, actual date. Two people just talking normally to each other, riding the vibe, however the vibe goes. Now, let's start with you, Mary Lou. You're on a tear tonight. How are you feeling this late in the game? How'd that performance feel?
Honestly, it felt pretty awkward. I don't think he likes me very much.
Interesting. Okay, and how did you feel that realization affected your performance?
It was, I mean, nobody likes to feel like they're not liked, but also I think that he's distracted and driving, so it might just be that. Like my presence is an annoyance to him. Why is he here if he's got other things to do?
Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead to Purr. Purr, how did you feel about that? How did you feel in the date? How did you feel about your performance?
you know, it's all right, I guess. It's like the kind of date that I'd go on if I said, well, I guess I want to push myself this weekend. And I wouldn't go home feeling too bad about it either way.
Okay, interesting. So let's. I mean, I've got my mind made up. There's no questions coming in from the chat. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Now, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. This was pretty obvious to me and really showed an aspect to Mary Lou's strength that we hadn't seen quite in this forum so far tonight. We've seen her be able to, giggle through and deflect and blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, when faced with somebody that simply could have taken her leave and been on a date with her, I did not see that dog in Poor the way I've seen it in Poor in the past. Facing down an opponent like that, what we saw Mary Lou do, and we saw that this was admirable. We saw the ability for Mary Lou to enjoy being with herself, right? To find something interesting that interests her and to perform that and then to laugh at herself, constantly generating a positive vibe, amicable vibe, granting something for Poor to latch onto. But once again, Poor just had no interest in latching on to anything that Mary Lou was putting out. Yeah, Poor, listen, I've seen you do better before, all right? I know you're driving, you're probably a little distracted, and I appreciate you coming in, but ultimately, I think you got beat.
Really?
Yeah, Mary Lou won.
All right.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mary Lou with the W. Namaste. Blessings to you. Undefeated. 7 in a row. Exhausted, yes. Mary, digging deep for that energy, heading into further rounds. Poor. Yeah, listen, I love your vibe personally, but on a date, that was just not as strong as I've seen you in the past.
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of, she was right. She felt like I didn't like her. I didn't think I was putting that down, but I felt like the weirded out vibe from her end. And it was like, she thinks I don't like her. So it's just game over, And also she made a gay joke.
I didn't necessarily get that. Yeah,
throat.
There was a little bit of that, but that shook you, right? That shook you?
A little bit. I think I would have been more amicable. I didn't feel that way.
Well, as understandable as that is, it got you the loss. So thanks for stopping by and namaste.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste. So listen, guys, I'm gonna do the leaderboard real quick, and then I'm gonna consult with Mary Lou on screen. I'll be right with you, Mary Lou. I just need to really quickly do the leaderboard, distribute some points, and you were winner 1. Okay. Back summary. Okay, there it is. Data Pagan 22 and 31. M Robert 20 and 28. Art Sobcom 12 and 17. Butterfly 11 and 16. Jan coming in with 10 and 14. Walking out with 14. Deej, the Taiwan Don, Dr. Quintana, Azazel 55, and MDPC all walking out with a little bit on the W's. Namaste. Well, listen, guys, I am going to put this to, we have never seen this level of domination on Infatuation. So listen, Mary Lou, in honor of your achievement, historic achievement here at Infatuations, I want to throw it to you. We have one more contestant lined up, but I know your current husband is wrapping things up. I want to put it to you. Do you want to go one more round with one more contestant, or do you, I'm going to give you the option to declare your undefeated victory tonight?
Let's do the last round.
You sure?
He might come in here, but that might help my chances.
That's true. Who knows? That might. Who knows? We're rolling the dice. That could be really exciting. Okay, so yes, to my moderation team, we are prepared. We're ready. We've got one more contestant for the night. One more contestant for the night. Locked and loaded. Yes, yes, yes. Now, this is somebody I'm excited to bring on screen. This is somebody that I feel a certain affinity for, definitely a very strong explorer that we've seen. Not only are they bright, before they got here, but to see the leaps and bounds they've made within the program since they started here has really been a tremendous feat. Now, yep, all right, so we got the cams on. We've got our final challenger for the evening. So one thing I want to underline before I bring them on is we got Mary Lou, undefeated, already establishing a historic precedent here at Explorations, saying, hey, I'm going to chance it one more time. Final round, I'm exhausted. Let's bring one more up and see how it goes. Risking to tarnish of an undefeated clean victory. But that's how brave and confident Mary Lou is, how ruthless Mary Lou is. So let's go ahead. Bringing in our challenger, final challenger for the evening. All right. So here we got Mary Lou over at player number 2. And now, number 1, go ahead, introduce yourself to chat and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a cat, and I like to eat fish, and I have my brains coming out of my head, but it's okay. I still have the ability to think and do stuff.
Hypocryptomatic with communal vision, Mary Poop. Just a little shit talking from the peanut gallery, Mary Poop.
I love that joke. It's so good.
Wow, Jenny. Jenny, that stung, huh? Didn't that sting? Did you feel that? All right, now, so you got a cat, brain coming out of your head, and your name is Cat. We just go by Cat.
Yes, I am Cat.
Oh, that's so cute.
Beautiful. All right. So, Mary, back in your corner. We don't need that kind of viciousness right now. Now, listen, why did you want to get involved in infatuations this late in the game? What's your motivation, Kat?
I just like competitions, and I like nice ladies with red lipstick on. They make me feel comforted.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Thanks so much, Fisk. Now, Kat. Appreciate that. Thanks so much, Kat. Now, Kat, we are, Mary Lou is your final challenger. You're in the final round. You are running on fumes, NBA final style. How you feeling?
I feel great. I'm so happy to be here.
Beautiful. All right. Well,
you look
guys.
really good tonight, too. You're holding up very well yourself.
Oh, you're getting that extra credit points again. I'm a professional. This is what I do. What can I say? Well, guys, let's enter the prediction round. Put those channel points to use. How many manifests can you get this last round, guys? Now, go ahead, put your votes up. Who do you think is going to win, Kat or Mary? Kat or Mary Lou? Kat, why should we vote for you?
You should vote for me because I'm a cat.
Anything else?
No.
All right, let's kick it to Mary Lou. You know, Michael Jordan, NBA Finals 97. How are you feeling right now, and why do you think that you will still come out with the dub?
You know, I'm not sure that I am, honestly. How can you beat a little kitty cat? I just don't know. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens.
Wow. Wow. You ruthless bitch. Couple seconds left. Here we go. Now we've got a clear favorite, but nothing to sneeze at with the points wagered on Kat. But Mary Lou going into the final round as the favorite. So, guys, let's see. Mary Lou putting it all on the line with one more round that she had a choice not to do. She could have entered the history books as undefeated, but stepping up to the plate for one more because she's hungry, because she's thirsty, because she's just she wants that title. Now, Kat, you have a chance to take down, to besmirch history right now, to tarnish what otherwise would have been perfect. Are you ready?
No.
All right. Let's say the prayer and enter the round. Infatuator's prayer. I do not exist without the other, and the other does not exist
Do not
without
exist
I do
without
not
the
exist
other,
me. I
without the
gaze
other,
upon my
and the
lover,
other
I
does
wish
not
to slaughter
exist
their mind
without
and body.
gaze upon
me.
my
As
As
I
I
lover,
wish
look
to
upon my
slaughter their
enemy,
slaughter,
mind
I
and
wish
I
to
body.
experience a lust
slaughter
that
their
defies
mind and
either.
body.
Love
As I
into
look
fear,
upon my
fear
enemy,
into
I
hatred,
experience a
My
hatred into
lust
enemy, I
lust,
experience a
lust
lust that
into
defies
fear.
either. Love
That
love
into
which
fear,
into
delivers
hatred
me
fear,
into
fear
destroys
hatred,
into
me.
lust
That which
hatred,
lust
destroys
hatred
into
me
into
love,
delivers
lust,
me.
delivers me,
lust into
destroys
me.
me.
For all of
That which
That
time,
which
destroys me,
delivers
until
me
delivers
form
me
becomes
for all of
formless,
time and
that
until
which
the
space.
destroys
commotion of
me
being
delivers
gives
to
way
The
to
me
motion of
eternal
for
being gives
silence.
way
all of
to
time
eternal
until
silence.
Namaste.
form becomes formless,
Namaste.
until the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence.
Let's infatuate, guys.
Say,
Have some fun.
hey kitty cat, how are you? Is it kitty? Can I call you kitty cat or is it just cat?
You can call me anything you want.
Oh, that's so sweet. What do you like to do?
Well, I like to roll around balls of lint, and I like to catch spiders and eat them, and I like to go outside and get pet by nice ladies with red lipstick on.
That's awesome because those are all things that I like to do too. I mean, I like to pet cats when I see them outside, and I'm often wearing red lipstick. Is, you get it, I'm sure. Uh-oh, I think we lost her.
Really? You like to bat around lint?
Well, I have a cat. I have a cat myself. Her name is Angela, and she is always bringing me birds. And sometimes they're still alive, and I have to catch them and take them out of the house. So, I get it. You like to bat around little balls of lint. That sounds awesome. I would do that with you. At this point, I would say, who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? Is it you?
I think you're the pretty kitty.
Oh, stop. I love this little kitty cat. You're so nice. I think that you should come stay at our house and I can feed you some fancy feast. What flavor do you like?
Yeah, you like a nice kitty? Or...
Well,
I don't eat any kind of human food. I only eat bugs and mice that I hunt outside.
You're going to get along with Angela just fine. But I don't know about Smokey. He lives next door. He might not be a fan. Mostly because he's declawed, so he's rude.
Sorry, though. I had a hairball. Well, I don't know about Angela and Smokey, but as long as they don't get in my way, everything will be okay.
I think it's going to work out great. You should come live with us. Wait, are you fixed?
Myself to be a street cat, and as
That's the date. That's the date. That's the last round of the night. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good job, both. That was also a nice little palate cleanser, a nice little dinner mint of a date. Let's start with you, Mary Lou. This was, you elected for this final round. How did you feel about your performance and the vibe of this date with the cat?
You know what? I go out with her again. I love her. I think she's great.
Okay, so you were into it. You were into it, and you felt good about the whole thing.
Yeah, I can hang out with cats. That's awesome, all day and all night.
All right, so let's go to you, Kat. How did you feel about your performance, and how did you feel about the date itself?
honest, it didn't really feel like a date. I felt very comforted, but it was difficult to parse whether she wanted to be on this date because I was an animal or whether she was looking for a partner in me.
Yeah, I guess we could have watched that date go on for a couple more minutes, maybe another 3 minutes to parse that out. Well, interesting stuff. Okay, well, listen. I've got what I need. Fram Weird with a communal vision. What the fuck, Mary Lou? You got your cat's toes amputated.
No, I don't believe in declawing. That's what I'm next door, Smokey. He's declawed. I would never declaw a cat ever.
Interesting. Okay. Well, listen, I've got what I need. I'm ready to enter the round. Okay, listen. I know I'm reading to the future right now. That this, I know I'm going to be dealing with accusations, for who knows how long, from explorers, that I had a favorite tonight, that tonight was rigged. But I want everyone to pay attention to the VOD. Pay attention to the direct counsel that I gave challengers to Mary Lou. I told you exactly what she was doing. I've been asking for somebody to do exactly what she did, and then I told you what to do back. I even counseled some of you that you could have returned and defeated her. I've told you exactly what to do over and over and over again. And no, you'd rather have your conspiracy theories, you'd rather have your Illuminati, you'd rather have the systems against me kind of bullshit. Well, listen, let it be known that Mary Lou's undefeated victory tirade through infatuations tonight was absolutely preventable, but absolutely deserved. Mary Lou once again dominated just by keeping it bubbly, keeping it surfacey, keeping it pleasant. Not getting too weird, playing a little bit, playing along with the cat stuff, playing along with this, that, and the other, not getting too weird with anything in particular. Just keeping the vibe light, keeping the vibe good, enjoying herself, or at least making us feel like she was enjoying herself. Lord knows she like I said, when this pleasant stuff, it is a barbed wire, bare knuckle fist to the face every single time you hear a fucking giggle from her mouth tonight. All right, she is laying waste. She's got a gun. She's putting the gun in your mouth and making you suck on it. That's how ruthless she is. And I've told you this over and over again. Nobody wanted to do what it took. And here we are. It was a total assassination. The Tism Sniper, coming from Stone Monster 400. The Tism Sniper. Mary Lou, the Tism Sniper. That's going down in history. Well, guys, you've heard what I got to say. Again, you have to the end of the winner-loser screen to override. But here we are. Mary Lou taking the entire goddamn night of infatuations with Leslie Tanner. Congratulations, Mary Lou. Wow. And this cat, I honestly had no idea what you were even trying to do. But you definitely lost.
You did.
I'm burning in hell.
Yep. Basically. Yep. Okay, well, listen. Namaste to you. Namaste to the cat. Good try, good college try there at the end, but not even close to enough. Then we've got, but Mary Lou, I don't have the little thing to bring you on screen because there's only one of you on the screen right now, but I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for coming and kind of spanking everybody, giving everybody a lesson of what a champion looks like.
Well, take a good look because I don't think you're going to see me again.
Wow. Well, let's hope that's not true. Let's hope you come back for the Tournament of Champions at some point this year that I want to do. Can I get you back for that?
I'll show up for that, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Well, listen, Mary Lou, namaste to you, and thank you so much for being so generous with your time. And again, thanks for showing these schmucks a thing or two about what it means to be on a goddamn date like a normal goddamn person.
Well, you're welcome.
Of course. Namaste, Mary Lou.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Namaste. Get some sleep. You earned it. Wow. Like I said, guys, everyone's going to accuse me of having a favorite. Everyone's going to accuse me of rigging this thing. Everyone's going to accuse this, that, and the other goddamn thing. But listen, look back at the VOD. I'm telling you. I told you exactly what to do, when to do it, what it was going to look like. She did not change her strategy once. You think that she's not mentally ill? You think she doesn't have some problems? No, but she has the skill, a practice skill of kind of just like holding her shit together for a couple minutes at a time. And she just threw it into overdrive. She had 2 fans, she did the makeup, she laughed. You telling me you can't put on a shirt, a nice normal shirt, and just kind of laugh and talk for 15 seconds at a time? This was not a psyop. This is not an inside job. This was you guys being just unable to follow simple directions and your mental illness catching up to you. All right, so we got Pepper and Cheney. For someone who talked about the evil of good vibes, it was on full display tonight, Guru, and you allowed it. I think you're confusing something here, Pepper and Cheney. I think you're confusing something very important, and this is a good question. You're angry at me for allowing evil. At what point did I ever say I wouldn't allow evil on the screen? And why is that? I court evil. I court the mentally ill. I court people who like to use the bad words and whatnot. And why is that? Because it is human, and we are all human. So yes, Mary Lou was ruthless. Mary Lou ran a slaughterhouse on you guys tonight. And part of that was a very vicious undercurrent to it. A very violent thing that she was doing on screen. Those laughs, those giggles. You telling me she's going to go from calling Jenny a dumb bitch, waste of space, yada, 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 in chat every night, then to on screen, she's going to be like, haha, good joke, Jenny. And you're going to tell me that I'm the only one who caught the knife in the throat? Come on now. Come on now. It was evil, but the evil was a motivation. The evil was honest. The evil was dialed in. Guru didn't help other explorers win. Well, am I here to wipe your ass? I'm here to wipe your ass, apparently. Nindinu says Nindinu wants me to come over with a bunch of wet wipes and wipe a grown man's ass because he left too much poop between his butt cheeks. He wants me to come over, wipe his little butt cheeks, and give him a little bit of applesauce before turning in for bed. Hopefully the sugar in the applesauce doesn't make you too hyper before bedtime, huh? Hopefully the applesauce doesn't make you too hyper before 9 Nindinu. God damn, grow up. So Stone Monster 400, Mary Lou wrapped everyone up in a diaper, called them ugly, and took the championship. 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't have said it better myself. Stone Monster 400 understanding exactly what happened tonight. He's not lying to himself. Listen. I promise you, if you go on a date, if you go on 10 dates with women, between 4 and 6 of those dates are going to be a date with an evil woman, depending on how you roll the dice. If you go on a date, 10 dates with 10 different women, 4 to 6 of those dates will be evil, cruel bitches. And you got to understand that. And you got to be able to compete with it. And you got to be able to want it. Because otherwise, these evil bitches are going to walk you like a dog. These evil bitches, if you can't see the game they're playing, then they're going to walk you. And that's what happened tonight. Pipperknuckle, act as normal as you can for as long as you can. I don't know how many more times I can say it. I don't know how many more times it needs to be heard even. But I'm going to keep saying it because it keeps being true. See, there we go. No, sure. Oh, yeah, give the points. Thank you. Okay, so that was 2. Right. All right. Let's review. Here we go. Yep, Data Pagan, you called it. Good, I'm glad we did. Data Pagan on top, wagering 33, walking out with 54. M. Robert Cop wagering 25, walking out with 41. I've seen M. Robert Cop a lot. Data Pagan worked her way up. M. Robert Cop, your way, you have been consistently at the top tonight. Ninja News says, I would have beat Mary Lou if I played I'm super chill. Well, that's easy to say from the sidelines. You could have gotten in. It's literally free. So, I guess we'll never know. Your fault. I'll bet you could be really good at frisbee golf and football. I'll bet if you were a football player, you'd just be the best dang football player there ever was, huh? Nindy knew. I'll bet you'd be so good if you really applied yourself. Art Sobcom 17 and 29. Please be offended 11 and 18. Brian Fritch 10 and 16. Pipper Knuckle 9 and 15. Deej, the Taiwan Don, Azazel 55, and Dr. Quintana all walking out with a handful of points. Namaste to you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So was that 8 in a row? Let's check. Let's check. I just want to double check. Yeah, that was 8. Mary Lou walking out of here with 8, undefeated. The only undefeated explorer in the history of infatuations. Let it be known. Wow. Nah, Jenny, you got beat. You got beat. You know how your life is worse because you're mentally, there's something wrong with you? This is one of those times. It's not fair. You're right that it's not fair, and you're right to be upset about it. But because there's something wrong with you that makes you act and say the things that you do, this is one of those times where you got beat out by somebody who could at least just act normal for a little bit. Yeah. So, listen, guys, this is a really beautiful stream. Really gorgeous stream. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, yeah, the hype train was going. Blessings and namaste. Well, this was a really fun one, guys. A really fun infatuations. Really fun infatuations. We'll be doing this again in a month, of course. I love doing this with you guys. I just got to the only time I got to reschedule it is when I forget to promote it to make sure everybody knows. Mother Nipplebottom, she came to win. Namaste. See, even Mother Nipplebottom, you're going to buck Mother Nipplebottom. Everyone's going to say, fuck these bitches. Everyone's going to say blah, blah, blah. They're going to project a bunch of shit onto women in general because one woman was able to come on the screen and through some combination of socialization and just fueled by some genuine ruthlessness, genuine cruelty, was able to just kind of wipe the floor with you. Buck up. There are plenty reasons to hate many women. But this is childish and castrated, and don't do this. This is pathetic. Mother Nibblebottom speaks the truth. Mother Nibblebottom, she came to win. She came to win. I don't know how much clearer I can be with the instructions. Mary Lou could probably do 12. Who's on? Mary Lou's probably got 12. She's probably brushed the dust off of 12. Let's go over to... Let's see. Who should we raid? We're going to raid, guys. Beautiful stream tonight, guys. We'll be back Tuesday night with a brand new explorations, of course. I'm just looking for somebody to raid right now. Let's see here. Who's up? Who's on? Let's do... Who should we do? Nicole? Oh, we haven't raided Forest of Wires in a while. Let's raid Forest of Wires. Raiding Forest of Wires. We'll be back Tuesday, guys. Listen, if you guys are looking for materials between now and Tuesday, though, the Community of Devoted Light. Guys, everybody welcome Gene. Everybody welcome Gene to the Community of Devoted Light, huh? Namaste. Namaste to Gene. Welcome to the Community of Light, our newest brother, Devoted Light. Also, I want to thank my moderators. Guys, this is the busiest night for the mods. They do such a good fucking job. Namaste to all of you for throwing down as hard as you are, called to on nights like this. Thank you so much for really making this work as smoothly as it does. But also, thank you to my Community of Devoted Light. This is the best and most direct way to support the program, help it grow, help it reach the darkest corners of the internet that need the warmth and clarity of the message and tools of explorations. If you are considering to do, it costs a couple bucks a month. There is a free tier with some materials, but also just for a couple bucks a month, you can really help this thing grow and also avail yourself to podcasts, videos, music downloads, postcards, etc. Let's get a raid for Forest of Wires. Is it just Forest of Wires? By the way, I just want to make sure I spell it right. I don't want to send you guys into a brick wall. Is it the Forest of Wires? Oh, no, there he is. Okay, got it. Just Forest of Wires. Yeah, let's take it on over to Forest of Wires. Guys, we'll be back. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Pepperoncini. All right, let's take it on over. Let's take it on over to Forest of Wires. Bring our namastes over there. Smash follow if you're not following him yet. He's a very, very, very fun situation over there. Very fun, entertaining situation over there. Namaste to you. Now, guys, I'll see you guys Tuesday at our normal time. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central. We'll be getting into a brand new exploration, brand new topics, beautiful stuff. It was wonderful to be with you. Thanks for being here for so long tonight also, by the way. Namaste. Thanks for being here for so late with me. I'll see you guys Tuesday, though, all right? Namaste. All right. Anybody over at YouTube still? Nobody at YouTube still? Oh, well.